Whether they're honking the horn, you're like, I can't go faster. I have a lap full of potato salad. Gallon of my hot jizz.
It just said own sperm.
There's no fucking way I'm gonna eat my own puked up jizz.
I'd rather have the big 10 meter insurance.
We're still battling a lot of depression ourselves, so I wouldn't go in saying this is going to be a hot one, but it's definitely going to be a weird one.
Oh, it's going to be
That's
spicy.
for sure.
I think it has the possibility to be weird.
It has the je ne sais quoi to get very, very weird based on what we've been doing thus far this evening. I would, frock a gander and go ahead
with
and
how
say.
broken my brain has been for the past couple
For
days.
how broken our collective brains have been broken for the last week.
Yeah, our brains together are.
Yeah, together our brain just doesn't work at all. Yeah, let's light the ceremonial Homer. In case you haven't been catching up or watching on the video, we've got a Homer.
Big Homer.
Got a big Homer. We're trying to turn
George.
Shout out George Kaplan. We are trying to turn this into a Lomer, which, if you're unfamiliar, is a short Homer, but it is burning.
Die.
It's just burning very slowly. We also have our Rack and Natter days here. We haven't done introductions in a minute. I'm Slim.
It's the Dapper Dads.
And I'm Slim.
And I'm Drama.
And if this is your first time listening, why the fuck did you hop in on such a late
big
episode?
Mistake.
Go back to some of the greatest hits, which you can get on a double disc set for 4 easy payments of $49.95 by going to www.thedapperdads.com, where you can make an anonymous submission and tell us how much you would reasonably pay for a Dapper Dad's greatest hit 2-disc set collection, or how much would you pay to produce a commercial of there and thereof for yourself to watch and be lonely and sad too.
If you click on submit along the top on the right, you can be taken to a portal that will let you type in whatever the fuck you want. You just have to put in a name, doesn't have to be your name, and an email address doesn't have to be real.
We have gotten some wild ones.
Yeah, we've got some we're going to talk about.
Great
now.
Anonymous submissions. We got some hot ones coming in tonight for you. So don't be afraid to reach out to us. We love hearing all your guys' fucked up shit. If you don't feel like,
I prefer to hear some less of the fucked up shit.
I like the fucked up shit. I
like some of it, but
knowing I like knowing that people trust us enough. I like that people trust us enough just from what personalities we put out onto the internet enough to trust us with some of the things. Not that we're not trustable people. We don't anything that gets sent to the show remains anonymous until we put it out on the air. And then everything you've said.
Again, people still come up to me like, "Oh no, you know who's fucking." No, I wish.
No, we don't.
God, I wish.
Like, there's so many people who submitted things where I want to know your identity, but we just don't know.
We don't know unless you tell us, and half the time, most of you tell us anyway.
Yeah, you just tell us who you are.
You're just itching to tell it. That's fine.
Or we use our investigative sleuth skills to see an anonymous submission, and then usually we see people, posting things very similar on Twitter earlier in the week.
I just all the puzzle pieces fall into place for me.
Yeah, don't think we're not supreme internet stalkers, Drama and I, because let me tell you,
we grew up in the internet.
You can't get away with anything without the Dapper Dads finding out about it. We're like your real dad. You think you're getting away with it. You think you're being sneaky.
And we're outside your door waiting for you.
And you open the door. You're all glammed up to go to the party with your boyfriend, and you think, "Oh, daddy's so stupid. He's probably passed out on the couch right now."
We are.
But then
one of us is.
One of us is. But then you open the door, and I'm standing there with your bag of MDMA, and I go, "I'm gonna take half of this before you go." And you go, "Dad."
Motherfucker.
You're not even going to a party. I'm going to party with your mom while you're gone, if you know what the fuck I'm saying. And then my son daps me, and then I give him his MDMA. You're passed out on the couch. I make nasty sex noises upstairs that don't wake you up for some reason.
I'm awake. I'm just pretending.
Come downstairs, full naked, because in the throes of passion, I've forgotten that you're there to chug juice straight out of the container. I look you dead in the face with the hardest erection I've ever had in my life, more so than the one at the cabin. Doubt it. I'll say, doubt it. Which will take a lot, because that was a rock hard stiffy. And then I'm like, "What are you still doing here?" And then you just look at me and then pass back out, and then I go upstairs and resume nasty noises.
Yeah, so email dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com, and we'll give you Slim's full address.
Where you can come pass out and listen to me do nasty noises.
It's a fun experience that we're offering this summer. Nasty Slim. Just soaking wet.
2019 Nasty Slim. $40 cash. Got to be cash up front.
Yep. I'd put a towel down on the couch.
I would get a tarp. You are going to get wet.
Call 402-7-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737. Tell us what it would be like if you woke up and we were on your couch.
Or, better yet, what would you do if you woke up and we were in your house with massive erections looking you in the face?
Yeah, and we just fucked your mom.
And we just fucked each other on your couch.
Yeah.
Which is what people want, apparently.
You walked down on us deep inside of one another.
Passionately kissing. Like,
and you think in your head that you can picture it, but it's nothing like you imagine.
It's far more beautiful than what you folks are picturing
and there
at
is
home
not,
right now, I guarantee
there's
it.
not a doctor of any license that can help you through that PTSD that you're going to get.
No, quite frankly, they don't make a class to teach people how to deal with us.
Speaking of PTSD, you're going to see Slim's
PTSD?
pretty, tiny, sloppy dick. That's what it stands for in this dungeon. Follow us on Twitter at @DapperDads, where we say we're going to tweet about things, but we're too busy living our lives. Put your phones down, run into the forest.
Run into the forest, take off your pants, give up technology, use a raccoon as underwear,
Yeah.
realize how bad of an idea that is immediately. Use leaves as toilet paper, realize that you didn't read any books about toxic leaves.
Yep.
Be a
Good
real
old-
man.
Good old poison ivy on the asshole. We've all been there.
Be the guy on Twitter who says that there's no reason that people shouldn't be eating meat because lions eat meat, and then go out in the woods and realize how hard it is to eat a raw live rabbit by yourself.
Oh, I could fucking do it.
You think you could catch a rabbit and just tear it apart with your teeth and eat it?
No, I
Fur and
wouldn't
everything?
just tear it apart with my teeth.
That's the goal.
No, I would set a fire and set the woods on fire, and I'd leave and get McDonald's like an adult.
There you go.
Are you kidding me? Follow us on Instagram at dapperdadspodcast when you realize that you can't live without your phone for 5 minutes because you're so deep into technology.
There might be pictures
You're
of us
missing
naked in the
everything.
woods. You'll have no idea
There
unless
might
you go
be.
check it out.
And you're going to be like, are those the woods near my house? And they always are.
And then there's
They always
your
are.
house in the
Yeah,
background.
then there's
of
your
it.
house, and the pictures get
Yeah, the
closer and
ugly
closer,
house where you
and
can
the
see-
phone call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah, and you pick up the phone and we go, yeah, it's the ugly house that you can see the KFC sign through the window at.
Go to www.patreon.com/dapperdads. Pay the money, get the experience. Slim said something horrifying.
I said one of the most awful things I've ever said
On,
on the Patreon.
on an episode that might have come out this Wednesday if we can understand how time works,
Yeah,
and if we
don't
can
get how
recalibrate
time
to
works.
being back in the throes of we're back in the saddle again.
I did have a Patreon subscriber message me personally on my Facebook and let me know that they are getting caught up with some of the Patreon things.
I find it disgusting that they won't talk to both of us.
And they said that
I see how it is.
it's how it happens. And they said that the I don't want to give too much away, but the Paula Dean story
yes,
made them gag.
that is-
made them gag audibly as they were listening to
Hell
it.
yeah.
So there is some juicy,
that possibly
disgusting
is
tidbits.
the most discussed Patreon
It
part.
is- that is
because
one of
I've
the
been
most
told
disgusting
by people
things.
that is
Vile and
yeah,
wrong.
it's a lot of different things.
Feels illegal, even though there's
I
nothing
didn't come up with
pertaining.
it.
I know you didn't, but just the fact that
Just
I
a
had
big
to,
fan.
the fact I had to
Big
hear it,
fan.
the fact I had to hear it come out of my brother's mouth really upsets me a lot.
Have you ever heard of the short film by the guy that made Hereditary called The Strange Thing About the Johnsons?
Yes,
Or-
actually. So
have you watched it?
I have. So
Yeah,
fun.
I just watched it.
so fun fact. Somebody very close to me, one of their siblings went to school with Ari Aster, and so they like know him personally. They knew about Hereditary before it came out. And he was like, "Hey, I got this little project A24 picked up," and he was like, I guess he was like really nice and humble about everything, and like I guess he still really is.
Yeah.
Really chill, down to earth guy.
Complete.
Yeah, she told me.
psychopath.
She told me she's like really nice, and one of the nicest people you ever meet in your entire life. Super chill. Makes the most fucked up art you've
Yeah.
ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah,
Are
people's
we-
short films
Can we
are-
can we go see Midsommar when
I'm
it comes
going
out?
for sure.
Yeah, let me know
Because
when you
from
go,
what
'cause I
I've
wanna
read,
go.
you can read the script online. I did not do that, but apparently from people reading the script, it is more disturbing than Hereditary.
Please.
Which I am here for.
Because Hereditary was, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say at least one of the top 3 most disturbing films that came out last year.
yeah, that for
If
sure.
not the most disturbing film.
I'd
I mean,
say
I didn't watch
probably.
a bunch of like
Yeah, I didn't watch
underground
all your
horror.
bullshit.
So yeah, I didn't watch your bullshit homemade serial
Yeah.
killer movies.
It's been
but
a long time. I don't go to the movie theater. We've discussed it a lot, but I did see that, and I don't know last time my jaw has dropped from a
yeah,
film.
I remember.
And they did it.
I remember.
I was so geeked.
Because I remember you talking to me before I went and goes out. You're like, there's a scene
Yeah.
that we need to talk
Yeah.
about. And I still won't spoil it on the show for people
Yeah.
because if you haven't seen it, it's one of those things.
watch it.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't care about spoilers so long after something has come out because like it's your fault if you haven't seen it
Yeah,
at this point.
I
you know?
agree.
But that's one of those things where I just don't want to spoil it for
Yeah.
people because it is so,
It's so-
shocking. I went to go see that movie stoned as shit with a friend of mine because like that was one of our things we would do. We would just get baked and go to the movie theater in the summer. And I was like, hey, this horror movie is supposed to be really fucked up. You want to go? And so, like, I'm just nice and chill. And there's some fucked up things happen. And there's the
Yeah.
thing with the bird and the
Yeah, it's
scissors and
pretty-
everything. But then that scene happens and, like,
Because I want to give possibly the best thing about the movie is nowadays with trailers, It's like you've seen the movie.
Right,
Specifically
yeah.
with horror movies, you're like, okay, so these are your
No,
primary
you want
like
to talk
jump
horror
scares.
movies? Action movies. That's where they give every
Well, yeah,
single
just
thing
movies
away.
nowadays. I watch a trailer and I'm like, well, I was interested, and now I don't really give a shit.
I realized what it is. I went and saw Avengers. I saw Avengers twice, and I saw the same set of previews for each one. I realized that like if it's a Universal Pictures or like Warner Brothers or something like that, they're gonna give you the whole movie except for like one crucial plot point for the entire thing, because there's that. And I hate these fucking movies. You all can tear me apart for it if you want. I cannot stand the Fast and Furious movies at all. I do not like them.
Yeah.
And they're doing a knockoff.
R.I.P. Paul.
Yeah, R.I.P. Paul. I'll give him the respect, but like I'm just not a fan of the franchise.
Yeah, it's just this.
It's just glorified
the same
cars and boobs and guns.
over.
Yeah, it's just appealing to macho hedonism, being like, hell yeah, driving fast, big boobs.
I don't even hate them, but I don't see the need for like 8 of them.
Well,
I feel like that with a lot of
They're doing a
movies.
spin-off with The Rock and Jason Statham's characters or whatever, and like watching it looks so ridiculous. But they set up the entire movie except for like they have to rescue someone.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's the equivalent of having a preview for the Star Wars movie where he goes, Luke, I am your father, and putting it in the trailer, essentially.
Well, that's what I loved about Hereditary is I had a whole like idea in my
Different
head,
movie of
and
what
then
it
you're
was gonna
like,
be.
oh, after the thing happens, you're like, well, this throws a huge wrench in the gear of what I thought was gonna happen. I thought this was the movie, and now I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then even watching it, you're like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, I think the greatest thing about that is that, you know, normally these days when we're talking about movie trailers, it's either something where it's super mysterious and like you have no idea what the movie's about, or it gives you too much. The Hereditary trailer was one of those rare ones where it sets it up like a completely different movie.
And that's how I feel about Midsummer, or however you say it. Like I watched that trailer and I was like, yeah, I feel like there's some shit in here.
Yeah.
That you're like, because it shows that one crazy face. And
The
you're
face,
like,
and then it shows them
real
like
thing.
with a dissected bear.
Yeah, but you're
and
like,
there's like
there's not
blood.
enough
Yeah,
here.
there's enough there to get me, because like I don't even like I get that it's about like a group of friends going on a vacation to a Norwegian pagan festival.
Yeah, which I like have no interest in that. Like, if it wasn't by him, I probably wouldn't like go out of my way to see that movie.
Right, but just because
knowing,
it's him.
I came across the list online of the most fucked up movies that had some other ones in there that I haven't seen, so I'm gonna get into a weird
send
place
those to me,
soon.
please.
Yeah, because it's just like, but then the list also had, it's just like mindfuck / like disturbing / whatever, and then it has like Inception on it. So I'm like, I don't have a I don't have big faith in this whole list.
Did you see there's some new Netflix movie out? It's called like Perfection. That's really messing with people.
I don't know.
I threw it on my queue list because I'm going through that One Strange Rock show right now, which is very interesting, but it's basically just a lot of astronauts explaining Earth and then Will Smith really dumbing it down for you, and it almost feels like an insult because the guy's like, so basically this is the way that this fungus works and it breaks apart these rocks, and then Will Smith is like, so basically
Parents just don't understand.
Will Smith's like, so basically the Earth is a cooking pot of shit. Like, and it's just like the most normal, weird, like basic like I feel like they were like, we need a show that's for smart people and stupid people at the same
That's
time.
how I feel about
People
a lot
love
of
Will
shit.
Smith. He's Aladdin. He's the genie. They'll listen to the genie.
He's Aladdin and the genie. I'll watch that movie.
I'll
He plays
watch
all characters.
I would say that's the Aladdin I want to see. He plays
Aladdin and Jasmine fuck beautifully, but it's just too.
But
Will
he's
Smith,
also the
and the genie's watching.
But then he's also the magic carpet, but it's just his face on like a carpet.
And he's
then he's
what's
also
the
the
bad guy?
Jafar.
I was gonna say Raphael.
No, that's one of
also
the
a
Ninja
turtle?
Turtles.
This movie's sick.
It's got Ninja Turtles and Jafar, and then he has to. What's the parrot? Zuzu?
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, but
Full government
Will
name.
Smith doing a Gilbert Gottfried impression.
Did you ever watch Return of Jafar, the second Aladdin movie?
Yeah, bad.
That no one talks about.
Bad.
I feel like I watched
Do
it
you
a
know
ton
how
as
many
a
Disney
kid, but I don't
sequels there
remember.
are that people? There's Mulan
Oh yeah, I had all
2,
those
Little Mermaid
thick
2.
VH cases.
Yeah. Oh, of like the second.
I had a
ones that came out.
knockoff Snow White that was fire that I'll never find.
The only
again.
one that stands up is Stitch the movie. That's the only one that stands up.
I never really watched that one.
I loved Lilo and
I liked
Stitch.
a lot
Still
of
do.
Yeah, weird offshoots.
So here's what I'm thinking. Ari Aster does nothing but Disney sequels from now on,
He said he's done with horror movies.
which is sad
Yeah.
because it's like he
But I'm
has such
still
a
interested.
penchant for
If he's
it.
just gonna make everything fucking disturbing,
Yeah, because
I want a comedy that doesn't hold back the punches of grotesque imagery,
Right.
just to really confuse you.
Like,
it was hilarious, but I was disgusted.
Like, I feel like he's good at horror, and like, but I do also understand that, like, as an artist, you do want to kind of step outside of your comfort zone, do some different things. You know, I would love to do some different things on the show if they would give us the fucking money.
Yeah, no one wants to give us.
No one wants to give us money. They just expect us to come to them with gifts and treasure and all sorts of fun shit without the funding. I don't know how much money you guys think I make.
The time. They poke us. We're just bears.
They poke us with big hot sticks, and we're in a cage, and they're like, "Make us laugh, be funny," and we try. And they're like, "Not funny enough."
I'm like that Polish bear that fought in World War II that they just gave cigarettes and beer to, and then they put it in a zoo, and
that guy's my uncle.
Just throw cigarettes to it, and it couldn't light them, so it just started eating them. That's where I'm at right now.
Oh,
I'm the bear in the zoo that eats the cigarettes because no one will give me a fucking light.
I'm the elephant that stomped on the guy's head that put a cigar out on his snout, and then they hung it.
Yeah, so you're a hung elephant.
I can never forget that. That just upsets me so much that as a country,
you made your decision.
Not
to take
even
too deep of a dive into.
Not even 100 years ago, publicly, we were like hanging out.
We want to talk about things we did not even 100 years ago that are horrific and.
You're not wrong. You're not. Do we want to talk about things we did like 50 years ago that were horrific and disgusting as a society?
I'm just hoping one day we get.
Do we want to talk about things we did last week as a society that are horrific and disgusting? I think people are just awful. I think they just find new ways to be awful as time goes on, because the old ways of being awful don't hold. Because
on the way here, I was eating potato salad while driving here in my car. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten while driving?
A brick of cheese.
That makes more sense than potato salad.
With a spoon or your fingers?
Fork. Yeah, not
worried about stabbing yourself in the roof of the mouth as you hit a pothole?
No, I'm pretty careful. I got both my hands free. I'm just driving.
Okay, but how are you? But why potato salad? What was it, like from the store, or was it in the Tupperware?
Because it's not your run-of-the-mill potato salad, because that shit's trash.
It is trash.
It's twice baked potato salad.
Okay, I'll agree with this.
So it's chunks of potato, a little bit of bacon crumble, some cheese.
Yeah,
it's fucking tasty. I think sour cream. I don't know. Yeah, I got it from the meat shop by my house. I meant to have it with a meal the other night, but then I forgot. And then I never eat when I'm coming here or leaving. I just don't eat on Fridays.
I know. I was thinking about that as I was eating today. I was like, I hope he's eating.
And then I was like, oh, yeah, I got that fucking potato salad. And I was like, I'll just pop that on the road because, I got a nice little drive there.
I get that.
And then while I was eating it with a fork, also.
Metal fork, plastic fork.
Metal fork.
Interesting.
So that's in my car, and I got to remember.
I would love to just be a stranger passing you.
No, you wouldn't. That's all I could think is like.
How monstrous you look eating potato salad on the road.
Big bites. And then I keep looking, because at first I just had it in my lap, and I'm like looking down, and I was like, I don't want a cop to think it's a phone. But also, could you imagine me getting pulled over, and they're like, you playing on your phone? And I just have a tub of potato salad, and I'm like, no, officer, just eating potato salad. Is that illegal?
Is that illegal in this country?
I think you can't do that, because I'll eat. You've seen me. I'm a fantastic
is it
driver.
illegal? Yeah, you're a great driver.
But I eat a lot in my car. Less now that I don't eat fast food. But I used to be a monster in the dark, getting like the Chick-fil-A spicy sandwich, and I'm losing a tomato. So then I'm just like, where the fuck is the tomato at?
No,
I'm just in
my old man back in the day was the master of driving.
Yeah, you told the story of the
knees and the whopper.
Yeah, and the tray.
Yeah,
oh
God.
Yeah,
and he was behind that thing,
But
too.
again, all of those, if it's like a handheld thing, it makes more sense. While it didn't settle into my conscience until I'm eating with a fork, that I'm just like,
driving.
It's like the Always Sunny where
you are
he's
still
eating
not
a bowl
okay.
of cereal.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought when you were eating potato salad.
Well, then my MP3 player was fucking up, and I'm like, what's going on? It wouldn't work, so then I had to plug my phone in. So I got the potato salad in the lap. I'm plugging my phone in.
You are a hazard.
Then my fucking Spotify's been fucking up on my phone, so I'm like turning airplane mode on and off, trying to get something to play. Still fucking with my MP3 player. Then I hit my halfway point. Got to smoke a cigarette. Lit up a cigarette. Instantly felt like I had to shit because of the potato salad with the cigarette. Now I'm throwing coffee in the mix. I'm gonna explode.
So we got messed up MP3 player with a Spotify that isn't working, eating potato salad with a fork, and you need a cigarette, so you lit up a halfway cigarette, and then you had to shit.
Yeah, basically.
I don't get how you live with these stress levels, because like just that whole activity gave me anxiety.
This all made a lot of sense to me in the moment.
In the moment? Yeah. The execution of that act therein.
But imagine how there was so much silence too. That was the flaw.
Yeah, but I also feel but too much noise I feel like would be just as much of a problem, because if you got a shit, you got a lap full of potato salad and you're trying to smoke a cigarette at the same time.
Listening to the baby.
Listening to Suge as loud as you possibly can.
I'm not saying it's an easy life. but I know how to.
Back in the mail is gone. He like, oh, I smell cologne, and you're just trying not to shit and smoke.
There's a car behind me that like kept speeding up to me because I'm also like I have cruise control on, but I'm hitting stops and everything's getting crazy. And they kept looking like they wanted to pass me, and I'm like, I know for sure they're watching me eat potato salad while I'm driving, and they're like, this man is unstable.
No, what it is they see him. They don't see the potato salad. They see a man take a fork.
Yeah, that's
and they
what
see a man
that was
dip
the
down
big
a
thing,
fork.
because cars were passing. Because at first I was like, let me just do it when no one's around. Just
Is
a couple
this man
bites.
eating a take-home plate?
But then when when you eat something, you're like, that's good as shit. So you like set it down, and then you're like, I'm gonna keep eating it. And then I'm like, I know cars are passing me, and yeah, you see someone eating with a fork in the car.
That's wild.
Everything's different.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean, I'll see
like,
someone just eating a huge burger, and I'm like, yeah,
I'm like, that's cool.
But
see
then
a dude eating a slice of pizza he took out of the
you're
box
like,
on the
okay,
way home. All right, fork full of potato. What could be anything really? Because in your mind, you're not like, oh, that straight white man's eating potato salad.
Yeah.
No, you're like, that straight white man is eating a giant glob with a fork.
Yeah,
and I drove by it too fast to get a good look. There's no way anybody is sharp-sighted enough in the world to drive by you fast enough and go, is that twice baked potato salad from Mead's Meat Market?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. They're honking the horn. You're like, I can't go faster. I have a lap full of potato salad.
I had to remember to take it out of my car because there's like 2 bites left. I couldn't come back after the cigarette. I was like, I'm going to get the rest.
Right,
I couldn't after that.
Because, man, ashtray mouth with a mouthful of potato salad right afterwards.
Well, yeah, I put my MP3 player in the ashtray.
How bad is your breath trying to smell?
And ashed my cigarette on the floor because I got confused.
Monster.
And then I'm trying to drink my water too. It was wild, but I'm here.
I mean, I'm glad you're here and didn't die.
I'm on the road, baby.
Do you know how pissed off I would be if
how pissed off I would be if they found my dead body with a lap full of twice-baked potato salad?
Do you know how upset?
And a fork lodged in the windshield or something?
No, your forehead. Do you know how upset I'm going to be? Because I got here like probably 15, 20 minutes before you did. Because I got to run.
I was running behind. I don't know if you heard what I was doing.
I heard some shit. I heard some rumors on the street that I refused to believe until
pull over and take a shit.
I heard some rumors on the street from my street team out on road, and they were telling me some rumors that I didn't like, and I said, no, there's no way my guy's driving with a lap full of potato salad when he's got to shit and smoke a cigarette at the same time. Because do you know how pissed off I would be? Because I was helping Matt like put his air conditioner in the window, just like chilling. Do you know how upset I would be? I get a phone call and they're like, you need to come to the hospital right now. I'm really sorry, Slim, there's been an accident, because whoever is addressing me with seriousness is using my show name. Slim, there's been a horrible accident at the hospital. We need you to come right now. And I'm like, what? They're like, drama. He was in a car accident. Oh my God, what happened? We don't know. But when we found him, he was smeared with at least 2 spoonfuls of twice baked potato salad. There was a fork lodged in his head. And I get to the hospital, and your body's so fucked up, they haven't even cleaned off the potato salad yet. And I got to sit there and scream at some Catholic RN and be like, your fucked up religious hospital needs to wipe the potato salad off my friend. Give him his fucking dignity, sir. We're trying to make sure his back is straight so that he can walk later in life. Get the fucking salad off my friend.
I just go, yeah.
I'm like, back in the mail, it's gone. It's like, I smell cologne.
Perfectly and like, collapse and die.
Okay, now
tell the baby he has to come to my funeral.
Oh, he shows up to your funeral, starts punching your corpse.
Brings me back to life.
I did that. Dolo. I'm the truth. Pick your pants up. Pick your pants up, corpse. Pick your pants up.
My pants are down.
Yeah, he punches your corpse so hard.
There's shit in my boxers.
He
what
punches.
Kind of boxers do you wear to your funeral? Who's gonna pick that out? Now I got another layer of
Traditionally, they
stress.
don't put pants on the corpse.
No, I can't have my small
No, they don't.
dick
Traditionally,
out.
they don't put pants on a corpse.
Okay, I'm saying it publicly here. This is my will. Don't have my dick just hanging out. Put me in my best boxers.
No,
none of them are good.
I'm gonna make sure
none of them are.
I'm gonna make sure your dick is hanging out when you die.
Well, then, like, fluff it.
I'm also going to bury you vertically into the ground instead of horizontally.
Yeah, we've discussed this. That just makes a lot of sense.
I'm also going to put a bunch of Roman candles at the bottom so that I can light them off and your casket will just shoot out of the ground. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to strap a booster on the bottom of it. We're going to bury you vertically. That way, when I do need to dig up your corpse for some reason, because I feel like I'm going to get really sad and I'm like, he's not dead. He's not really dead.
We're for sure digging each other
He came to me in a dream and he was Millie rocking and he said, I'm not dead. I want some twice baked potato salad. And
I want the thing
that's how I knew he was alive, because he didn't get to finish his potato salad. So I need to go dig up his corpse. I press a button and from miles away you just hear boom. And then just and just crashes into my yard. The Bluetooth speakers in the casket playing Suge, but every time it rattles, when it's like,
yeah, because
I ruined it, smashing into your worm-ridden corpse for some reason. Even though you've been in a casket, it just falls out. I'm like, see, you're kicking it. I'm like picking you up, making you do the Suge dance. I'm like, look, he's Millie rocking. Your finger bones all fly off.
My arm just goes.
I'm like, he's fine.
We're gonna
go record
a show.
Ever so crisp.
Flies into someone's
crisp, his arm flew off. Give me that back. We gotta go to the hospital. Slim, I think you need to go to the hospital.
Oh boy. All right, folks, we got a slew of submissions. We're obviously going to recap the Soundset weekend. It was interesting.
There is some tales to be had, but we know not everybody is a big fan of just hearing what we did. So,
this is one of the best recaps. We'll say that much.
Honestly, yeah. If you haven't been a big fan before, at least stick around for a little bit.
Some stories. I get when we get to actual Soundset. I think it's hard for people to enjoy. This is what I've been told. Enjoying hearing us dissect a concert that only we were at.
Yeah,
and it makes sense. So we're gonna lead with submissions because we got several of them and they get interesting. And then we'll do a hefty recap. The first one here comes from Elon Musk. That's elonsmusk@gmail.com. Send him pictures of your dick.
I know
and he'll
who
give
you
a Tesla.
are.
I also
Musk.
know who you are now. The title is 3 fucked you questions, which I think it's meant to be fucked up questions, but now I'm taking offense because it just says fucked you questions.
Hey, fucked you too, Elon Musk.
Yeah, hey, fucked you. Number 1, if you put a fleshlight in your ass and then got fucked in it, did you lose your anal virginity?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because traditionally, from experience, fleshlights have another opening at the end of it, so your dick just isn't hitting rock bottom when you're hitting it. So if somebody's coming in your ass, you've lost your anal virginity. That's all there is.
What if someone's not coming in your ass?
So are they just using the fleshlight and then pulling out and coming on my ass?
They're not going to come on you at all. If that changes anything, I'm just trying to make it interesting. Because no one gives us enough facts.
No one gives me enough background. Okay,
this.
I'm going to say you've been anally violated because it's still something entering you. Just because you have something else. And okay, let's rephrase this question. If a girl has never had sex before and a guy fucks her using a strap-on, did she lose her virginity?
I kind of want to say no.
I get where you want to say no.
I mean, you're being penetrated.
But I feel like the physical act of sex is
well,
what it is.
Well, it's the same thing when people
know?
just do like that, like marinating or whatever it is, where you put your like erect penis in a woman, but you don't thrust.
How do you keep it up?
Because you've never had sex before.
So you just
totally keep that up.
You just slide it in there and leave it?
Yeah, you've never heard of this? It's called soaking, maybe is what it's called. Marinating.
I would say marinating sounds.
Yeah, that sounds too
grimy.
It sounds the word is too clunky. Yeah, soaking. It's something like that. Yeah, it's like kids that want to say they're virgins, usually like. You know how like religious people fuck in the butt sometimes?
Now, but what is the success rate of a marinade here? How many times have you just stuck it in once?
I mean, imagine you being like 16, never doing anything with it.
When I was 16, if someone offered to let me put my penis in them, it wouldn't just be once.
Yeah, but what if that's what... I mean, I would have taken it if a girl was like, you can't thrust, you can put it in and just soak in there. You would do it. We all would do it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it.
And you would probably stay pretty hard and over time maybe even come. As like if you've never done anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess if
I don't think you're supposed to come in the one because that completely changes everything.
Well, don't tell me not to come.
But yeah, please don't.
Please, for the love of God, tell me not to come.
But yeah, that's a thing that a lot of kids do. Just like when like religious kids, like a girl will let you fuck in the butt so she doesn't lose her virginity. But,
yeah.
And I'm like, you're just a whore
yeah.
at this point. You're just making a weird decision.
Can you imagine if you married a woman under these religious guises and she's like, I've never had sex before, but she's had 45 dicks in her butt?
God, I would be,
Not that anyone should be shamed for the amount of sexual partners they have, but something tells me if you're the type of person that's waited your entire life for one woman to have sex.
If
you found out that person, if you found out that person took 45 dicks in the ass. Or she just blew a bunch
of people too, I'd be like, well, there was false pretenses here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel like there's
You're
a bunch
not
of
virgin. So yeah, this thing.
So you're saying you just didn't marinate a girl before we got together?
That's none of your business.
It's none of your
business.
business.
All I want to do is marinate.
You fucked me in the ass before we got married. The day before we got married.
Marinating, so you're just laying on top of the woman.
So
really.
Could you marinate at the current age you are right now? Do you think you could marinate and be okay with it?
I could marinate for 45 seconds.
Yeah, I'm saying I could sit there.
Away.
Yeah, I could sit there and hang out. But like if I'm not thrusting,
I mean, it's not even my performance. It's again, I would be mostly because when I'm having sex with a woman and I'm on top, I feel bad for them.
Yeah,
because I'm just hovering over them. Yeah. I'm not the thinnest person.
No, me. How do you think I feel with my long torso?
And at least if you're like thrusting and they're enjoying it, you can kind of get that out of your head. Right. But if I'm just laying there inside of you, I think we're both aware of how heavy I am and how unpleasant the whole ordeal is.
I traditionally weigh about 80 to 100 pounds more than any woman I've ever been with.
Yeah, traditionally.
Traditionally,
all women are 80 to 100 pounds more than me.
I weigh 60 pounds less than my fiance was when we broke up.
It's confusing.
Okay, I
get it.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Anyways,
makes me feel good about myself.
Is this person with the fleshlight in their butt a virgin or not?
No, I say no.
I'm with that, I guess. Number 2, which would you rather do? Drink a gallon of your own sperm or sleep in a bed for a week made of used menstrual pads? The sheets, blankets, pillows, mattress, everything is a bloody pad.
Okay, thank you that we got some more clarification there because I was like, just put a mattress cover over it.
Yeah, no, you definitely can't do that.
Okay, a gallon of my hot jizz. Does it say hot?
It just said own sperm.
Okay, so can I?
I'd say you can chill it if that helps. Yeah,
I don't think chilling it. But then getting it hot doesn't help either because then it's just like
maybe it's slightly colder than room temperature. I think you'd actually want it as cold as you can get it. Everything.
Yeah, but then I feel like getting it.
How long do I have to drink the sperm? Do I got to chug a gallon? Do I got to drink it in like a short amount of time?
Can I take a shot every day until it's gone?
I don't think that because that's clearly the winner then. Also, for the sleeping in the bed, what time of the year is it?
Yeah, is it summer? If it's summer,
the dead of summer,
heavens,
and there's no AC.
No.
Is it winter? And
are you kidding me? I
icy?
walk into my house and it's getting slightly warm and I know I have a cat. So like the idea that bed is so everything on the bed is made out of used menstrual
sheets,
pads?
Blankets, pillows, mattress, everything is a bloody
heavily used pads?
I'm gonna say medium. I don't know how much that changes.
I'm gonna say like
either way.
Well, I feel like a heavy nothing but heavy flow pads are gonna be a lot worse than girls with a light flow.
Well, yeah, that's what we'll say.
Are we
medium.
talking like second day of the period or like last day?
We'll say
period?
Like middle.
Okay.
So it's definitely apparent, but it's not like just flooding the room. I don't know. Both of these are
vile because
disgusting.
I've tasted my own cum, but like I've never.
Everyone who hasn't is a liar.
Yeah, they're all liars. But like I've never swallowed
Remember
alone.
when we were in Minnesota and I misheard Cole and he asked me that and I said, yeah. And then I said, wait, what did you say? And he said, have you ever tasted your own cum? And I was like, oh, I thought you said something else. So he goes, oh, so you haven't? And I was like, no, I did, but I probably wouldn't have said it with so much
gusto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This morning.
Yeah.
I did
it in the bed next to you.
Oh, God. At least it wasn't in the bed with me.
Yeah, I just stood up and did it.
Jesus Christ.
I look like Pooh when he eats the honey.
Fucking hell. Of course you do.
This one's getting gross. No one's going to make it.
And you're also Winnie the Poohing it because you clearly just jacked off.
Did it. And it's looking good. Yeah. That post-nut dick.
It's got like that thick. It's got like that throb going to it where it still looks nice and shiny.
It jerks like when Cole sleeps in a car.
Oh, God. How does that man, how does the guy not have neck problems? It's terrifying. I'm going to... As much as I hate to say it, I was gonna go with the jizz, but
I think I might go with the bed.
The bed just sounds so unpleasant. I could plug my nose and do.
You get used to it, and you can shower immediately after you.
But you're still sleeping in it, you know.
Fuck it. I don't know. A gallon of jizz, I'm gonna say it has to be gone within like a couple of hours to make this interesting.
In that case,
in one day, you have to finish the gallon of jizz.
Can I mix it with anything?
No.
I can't like make mixed drinks and get drunk.
You have to drink it
it
straight. You can take like chasers.
Can I like
but
take?
You can't mix it?
What happens if I puke up my jizz because I can't stand swallow? You got there's no way.
You gotta get in this bloody bed with me, baby.
There's no fucking way I'm gonna eat my own puked up jizz.
A sentence that I'm surprised has taken 96 episodes.
Yeah, same actually. Good for us.
All right. Slim's drinking the jizz. I'm sleeping in the blood.
No, I'm crawling into bed.
We're
fucking in the bed. I'm not fucking
Looks
drinking
like
a gallon of my jizz. I'll take a shot of my own jizz, but I won't drink a gallon of it.
Number 3, Satan offers you 3 wishes. In exchange, you must perform 3 of the most disgusting acts you can imagine. None of the above can be used. What do you offer to do for your reward?
3 of the most disgusting acts I can imagine.
Yeah, I don't even think I want the wishes that bad.
Spend a day naked in a septic tank.
Okay. Add that on deck somehow. Interesting.
I just thought of the grossest thing in the world, and it's human shit, and it's a large quantity of human shit. And coming from a guy that's had a large quantity of human shit all over all of his belongings, I can tell you that I never, ever, 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 ever want to be submerged in shit. So I'm going to say that I would be submerged for a full 24 hours in a septic tank.
Yeah, I can't even think of anything.
Drink a gallon of garbage juice I got from the dump.
Oh, fuck these. I don't even want the wishes.
You don't know what I'm wishing for.
Yeah, I guess so.
To have the baby type strength to just punch all my enemies out.
One of my wishes would be to erase the memories of doing all these things. Does that work? Is that a fun little loophole?
I think one of the wishes would be to go back in time before they all happened, and then you can have your other 2 wishes. Then my other wish would be for
Satan is gonna be pissed.
Then my other wish would be for infinite wishes, and then my second wish would be
infinity hamburgers.
No, to have the exact amount of money for something every time I go to pay for it, no matter what it is. Yeah, because that's the boss move right there. Okay, so 24 hours in a septic tank, drink a gallon of garbage juice I got from the dump. Marinate my dick in a bag of liposuction fat from the hospital for a week straight.
I don't think that one's that gross.
You don't think that's gross?
It's gross. It's unusual.
Okay.
It's peculiar.
Okay, what you have to do is, let's just say medical waste.
Okay.
Just like fat, piss, shit, puke, cum, blood.
Well, then I can just put my dick in it and not look at it. It's probably nice.
Your dick is, but it's probably cold.
Oh.
So cold, just body fluids, just everything.
That's fine.
I
don't think that's the most disgusting.
I
don't even have any.
I would say those are the 3 that I could. Those are the 3 that I just came up with off the top of my head.
You do all of them, and then the devil's like, not good enough.
I'm like, what else do you want me to do? No, he's got to have it really like.
You're like, Jesus, and he's like, don't say that down here.
No wonder God kicked you out of heaven. You're a fucking dork.
You're the prettiest angel.
You're the prettiest angel with the dorkiest laugh I've ever heard.
All right, next is from that one guy. The email is @theone.com.
I think I know who this is.
I think I know exactly who this is. Because it says it's Lemmy here.
Holy shit.
Fuck, marry, kill it up.
Oh, are these the ones you talked about in the car?
Yeah.
I don't.
We've got it.
No.
No, I know. Here are a couple fuck, marry, kills. All right, for you, Matt the God, Drama, and Young Kurd. We knew this was going to happen.
This one I can do. I'm gonna fuck you.
Final.
I'm gonna kill Cole, and I'm gonna marry Matt.
That honestly is a good answer.
I'm really sorry, Cole. I love you. You're my baby. But in this instance, I gotta bang. Bleep it out.
Yeah, fucker.
Sorry, we spent so much time together. I forget that we have show names now.
No, just always call me my show name.
Okay, Drama. People just want us to fuck, so I feel like that's like the obvious go-to. And look, you tell me Matt's not our husband. You tell me that's not husband material up there.
I know. I feel like I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think I'm gonna marry Kurd.
Which is weird.
I think we're just the most compatible.
Yeah, I don't like you guys are the most.
I don't like it.
No, if we're, I've constantly thought if like we were a group of gay dudes, like me and Matt would be together, and you and Kurd would be together.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta fuck Matt, which is fine. Bring him out.
Fine. Just fine.
No, it's good.
Not heavenly, not divine. You think he's not a...
Well, I wanted to fuck you, but I gotta kill you.
I think you should fuck me and kill Cole.
No, I gotta marry Cole. I just know. It just makes the most sense.
It does.
Those late night sing-alongs while we're drunk every night. Go home to that every night.
Yeah, but then you gotta reminisce about me being dead.
I'll get over it pretty quickly.
I know you would.
Living with Kurd. Fucking each other a bunch. All right. Next. Fuck, marry, kill. A worn-out cowboy boot. A new glossy back. I'm guessing black. Again, I don't write the fucking questions.
We read them verbatim as they're sent to us. So if you can't type, it's not our fault.
A new glossy black 4-inch heel stiletto. And that one pair of tennis shoes that you wore for 2 years too long in high school because they were so comfy. These are just the shoes, not the people associated with them.
What kind of foot shit are you into?
I think he knows exactly.
I think he knows exactly what he's into. You're like my fucking dad talking about how he liked watching Tori Amos videos because he liked how she stomped on that piano.
I'm
fucking gross.
Marrying the tennis shoes.
Yeah, marrying the tennis shoes,
fucking the
stilettos, and
killing the cowboy boot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, actually. Next, Ted Cruz, Bill O'Reilly, Jeb Bush.
Marry Jeb Bush.
Bold.
Fuck Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Because I bet he's filled with a lot of butter.
Yeah.
And a gay act on that man would make him so mad. And then kill Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, always kill Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly just deserves to die.
Yeah, I'd probably do the same, I guess.
I mean, they all deserve to die.
Yeah.
Not Jeb Bush. What did he do that was ever wrong?
He's
Be hopeful?
affiliated with
Yeah, affiliated with the Bush family.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to. Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer.
He is the Zodiac Killer, and I would love to fuck the Zodiac Killer.
He would. He got away with them. Next, fuck, marry, kill Jeff Rosenstock, Kanye West, Kevin Abstract.
Fuck Kevin Abstract, because I bet he gives really good head.
I know.
Marry Kanye West, and unfortunately kill Jeff Rosenstock. Unfortunately.
But I think he would also understand, like, why you were killing him. He'd be like, dude, I totally get it.
He'd be like, bro, I get it. This is
the same thing.
He'd be like, I get it. This is one of those things in life that comes up. I understand. This is just the end of my story, but this is just a part of yours.
Yeah.
You're like, why do you gotta make this so hard? As I'm shaking with a 9 in my hand.
Yeah. Next, fuck, marry, kill Tyler the Creator, Frank Ocean, Chief Keef.
Marry Frank Ocean.
Yeah,
First of all, why is that even an option?
Yeah.
Fuck Chief Keef?
Probably.
Because I'm not killing Chief Keef.
You
I don't want to be. You can't. You physically can't
Yeah.
kill Chief Keef. And then I guess I got to kill Tyler the Creator, which sucks. But
yeah. I'm glad we're very aligned with all
Did you see that video of him crying in the club when he found out that his album was #1? Oh God.
Yep. And then we kill him.
Yeah. At least he's going out on top.
Yeah. Fuck, marry, kill a bottle of Jack, a bottle of Jameson, a bottle of Johnny Walker Black Label, or some other high extravagant whiskey/scotch.
What is it? Jameson, Jack Daniels,
Jameson, Johnny Walker.
I'm gonna
Killing Jack.
Kill Jack, marry Jameson, fuck the Black Label.
I think I'm marrying the Black Label just because it's classy.
Yeah.
Fucking Jameson because I've done that a lot.
I wanna marry Jameson because it's reliable.
Yeah.
I want to fuck the Black Label because I'll probably never have a chance to again.
Well, yeah, that's why you marry it. You got it forever, and it comes from a family of money.
Yeah, but it's not gonna fuck you.
It'll happen. I'm killing Jack because Jack Daniels sucks.
Amen.
Fuck, marry, kill a bull, a crocodile, and a bald eagle.
Marry the bald eagle because freedom. Kill a crocodile because those things are vicious. And I guess I'm gonna fuck a bull.
I mean, that just makes a lot of sense. It's a bull or a squeaky old boar?
It's my dick scraping the porcelain in the bowl.
Oh, it's a bull like the animal. These are all animals.
Oh, a bowl?
Yeah.
I thought you said a bowl. It sounded like you said bowl.
How do you say those two words different?
I know what you're saying. I 100% hear
an inanimate
I'm
object
not fighting
and two
about
animals.
I'm not. Well, it's from fucking Lemmy. I don't fucking know what this guy's gonna come up with. He sends us some of the weirdest shit. He sent us some fuck, marry, kills we won't even say on the show. He sends us things that we can't even tell you people. We won't even tell the Patreon people some of the things he says. I don't even like knowing some of the things he says. I love him, so help me God, I'd hug him if he was here right now, but I don't like the things he sends to me sometimes.
Yeah, we gotta hug him and punch him.
Yeah, hug him and punch him at the same time, just like you do with anyone you actually care about.
Yeah.
Okay, so a bull, this changes everything.
I was gonna say, when you said porcelain, I was like, is a bull's ass made of porcelain?
Yeah, you know, what's that old saying? Bull in a china shop with a china ass or something?
Yeah, bull actually makes a lot more sense now.
Bull with a china ass,
okay.
You know.
Now I'm marrying that because I'm gonna take it around town.
I'm gonna take it around.
Pay $5 to see
$5
it.
my ass. Charge 2 bits a gander. Have everybody checked out my porcelain squeaky ass bowl that I will fuck in front of you for
squeaky bowl. Yeah, that's what I was like. Is that how it sounds when bulls have sex? I don't know enough about animals like this.
Okay.
Does it change if it's a porcelain bowl then? Give me both answers because it's become something.
Still gonna fuck the bowl.
Okay. I like how you still emphasize it like it's a different word.
Bowl,
this English language.
Bowl. All
right, 45 minutes of
bull.
This. Audio podcast. Okay.
Bull.
This is insane.
Yeah, I sound.
All right, that's it for now. See ya. Thanks, Leonard, for
we're not
confusing the hell out of our broken brains.
Thanks for making me think I'm not as smart as I think I am sometimes. I appreciate it.
All right, next one is from someone who hasn't submitted before. It's from Lemmy. Hot thoughts at yourarea.com.
Hell yeah, where are they?
Yeah, they're in your area.
Are there mom
It
thoughts?
says your area, and then that's when you stop masturbating for a second. You're like, everything knows what I'm doing. It says, do you guys have any favorite last words? I've always liked Thomas Edison's last word. It's very beautiful out there. He was a pretty shitty person that ripped Nikola Tesla's ideas his whole life.
True.
But those last words always stuck to me since 6th grade when I learned about them. Yeah, they were probably stolen as well.
I think I can't think of anything really inspiring that I can
all
think of
mine
as last
are
words.
the opposite.
But I think my favorite story of last words that I've ever heard was Shel Silverstein. No, Roald Dahl.
He said the sidewalk has ended.
No, it was either
It's Road Dog.
It was either Raw Dog or Shel Silverstein. It was one of those two guys.
It was Roald Dahl, Raw Dog, and Shel Silverstein. Best kids book ever.
But his
hard to find. I have a
Very
first
hard.
pressing,
Out of print.
only pressing.
But one of those two died. I can't
The
remember
other
who.
one's still alive.
It was one of those children's authors. But
It just said I fuck kids. You're like, oh
Holy
my
shit.
god.
But no, he died around his family, and the last words he said to his family is, "I'm not sad about dying. I'm just gonna miss you all terribly." And then he
What a
like,
pressure.
well, I know. And then
Could you imagine being the family?
no,
Fuck,
no.
I didn't
But
need
then and he goes, "I'm gonna miss you all terribly." And then he like went unconscious, and so they gave him like the morphine to let him pass.
Yeah.
And when they pricked his arm, he went, "Fuck." So his technical last words was fuck. But his last conscious words that he said was that sweet
beautiful.
thing to his family, and that's my
perfect,
that's my
yeah.
favorite story because I know that's how I would like mine to be like that, where I could, because you know me when I get all emotional and shit, I say something beautiful and heartfelt to my family that's there with me. I pass out and then I'm like, "I'm 60 racks in, it came back," and then I die.
It's better than my last words that are like, I didn't finish all the twice baked potatoes.
Sad. Twice baked potato what? Twice baked potato what?
Some of my favorites, I always liked, was it Carl Panzram, the serial killer? When he was hung for all his atrocities, he said, "Hurry up, I could have killed 10 men in the time it's taking you to kill me."
Hell yeah.
And I think it's either him or someone else was also like, if I wish my hands were big enough to strangle the entire world or something along those
Which
lines.
is some anger I can't even fathom.
I'm pretty sure also when he was walking up to like the gallows, he was running up the stairs
Just to
and
get it over
spitting on people. Because he was
If
so
you're
pumped
gonna-
to finally die.
If you're going to go out, you might as well go out with a
Fuck it.
bang.
I also like, whose last words were, "Don't worry, the gun's not loaded"? Wasn't that a musician said something like that?
Yeah.
So they rushed roulette and they were like, "Don't worry, it's not loaded."
And then they blew their brains out. Yeah.
Also-
Sorry for all the blood.
Yeah, cheers. I read that that's not what it says. I forgot what it actually says, but it is something along those lines. My absolute favorite is probably the Hunter S. Thompson suicide note.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no more games, no more fun. You're always bitchy. And like, just sounds like exactly what I think.
Yeah.
Like, how old was he? Like 60 something? He's
Something
like,
like
you're
that,
60
yeah.
something. You don't enjoy anything anymore. And then at the end, it also has like a fun, like, see ya. And then he shot himself in the head.
Honestly, like I really can't stand the idea of someone I love killing themselves. I had a friend kill themselves when I was in high school, and it's just like one of the most selfish, stupid things a person can do. But in certain circumstances, I believe there is some dignity to it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because like you hear about situations where somebody has like irreparable cancer and they like go out in the woods and just like off themselves, you know, and it's like, I think in certain circumstances, there's some honor in suicide. Because like if I was at the point where like my brain was starting to degrade and like my mental capacities were gone, I would honestly probably kill myself, because like I don't want to get to the point where like I'm just existing and people are like feeding me and putting diapers on me and shit like that. Like from a dignity standpoint, I just wouldn't want that for myself. You know?
I feel like, when it's a case like that, you have to like understand. Again, it like sucks, but at a certain point. Yeah, the Hunter S. Thompson one, I wanted to bring it up because I don't want to get it wrong. It's called "The Football Season is Over," is what it's titled.
Oh,
and it just says, no more
yeah.
games, no more bombs, no more walking, no more fun, no more swimming. 67. That is 17 years past 50. 17 more than I needed or wanted. Boring. I'm always bitching. No fun for anybody. 67. You're getting greedy. Act your age. relax. This won't hurt. That's very poetic.
It's poetic and very sharp at the same time, you know?
Was a very sharp author.
He's a very sharp man.
Yeah.
Have you read any of his books?
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, he's incredible.
That was one of those fucking authors you find as like a teenager, and you're like, I get it.
Yeah,
he understands how to do this.
I had a friend when I was a teenager that was obsessed with the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, like to the point where they watched it and they're like, you can tell where they cut the scene here because Johnny Depp's cigarette's here, but it was up here when he first turned. Like they're cool.
Yeah. I used to be obsessed with that about movie too. I used to want the Gonzo like sword with the hand.
I wouldn't mind getting a Ralph Steadman tattoo.
Oh yeah,
like, that would make me so
I was
happy.
behind someone at a Soundset a long time ago, and the back of their calves was that like Ralph Steadman Fear and Loathing in the car with the bats, and I was like,
sick.
That's incredible. Yeah, Ralph Steadman is like one of my favorite artists.
Oh, hands down of all time. Like it's that perfect blend of like avant-garde where it's strange, but there's still a certain aesthetic feel to it. Like you know when you're looking at it, Steadman, you know, and it's that kind of uncomfortable. Like it almost seems like he has like a weird body dysmorphia the way he looks at people and stuff, you know. But like there's just something very. I want to say relatable to it, you know. Like I feel comfortable when I look at Steadman's artwork, but like it's fucked up and weird,
it's crazy.
You know.
Next one comes from George Kaplan. That's George.
Howdy, George.
northbynorthwest.com. 3 quick would you rathers. It says, hey dads, glad you like the Homer Simpson candle. We love it. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
One day it'll burn.
Past the head. We're getting there slowly but surely.
Barely. I know how much you guys love The Simpsons, so when I saw that, I knew it was destined to belong in the Dapper Dungeon. Anyway, I got 3 quick would you rathers for you to think about. Numbers 2 and 3 are kind of similar, but I suppose that's okay. 1, would you rather have 5 2-inch dicks or 1 big meaty 10-incher?
Big meaty 10-incher?
Yeah,
What kind of question is that?
Where the fuck where do you put the
What do you do? Well, how do you impress girls with the 5?
Yeah.
With the 5
you
2s?
show them 1 5 and then you pull up the
No,
other.
it's a 2. It's 5 2s.
Or yeah.
So
Holy shit.
You got like a sea anemone of dicks going on down there. And they're 2 inches long.
Are they in my groin area then?
How am I fucking anybody with these
I don't
dicks?
think you are. It's like those like scrubbers with all the little stuff. Yeah. Do they get hard?
And when they do get hard, like, what do you do? Is a girl supposed to, like, suck them all like a whack-a-mole game? Or does she, like...
them up and down like a dog?
She just lick it like a panel while, like, jerking
and then
to
they
it
all
weird
come?
little... Do they all come at once?
Yeah.
Or do you
got to finish all of them?
God, when you're, like, suck my dick,
got
she got to
4 out of
suck
5.
all 5 of them
suck
to completion?
my little dicks.
But, I mean, I guess...
Suck all of them.
But, I mean, I guess if she's sucking, like, 5 little dicks, like, it must not be... I've never sucked a dick, so I don't know how strenuous...
Doubt it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it would be more strenuous to suck a little dick. You know what I mean? You gotta like. You know
but I mean, like, but what would be better, sucking a little dick or like taking a dick in the throat? Like,
well, you don't have to.
No,
you know what I mean. You can just suck the tip. If you're just gonna
but nobody likes that.
No one likes
no
it.
one
But you
likes
have
it.
that option.
Nothing makes me more mad when I'm watching a porno and she's just gripping it and like sucking the tip.
Especially
and
when you got this big meaty 10-incher that I just found.
But is it like a pencil dick or is it like a girthy 10-inch
big and meaty
dick?
makes
Big
it
and
seem...
meaty. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with the big meaty
For
10-inch.
sure.
I know bigger isn't always better, but like
better than what I've got.
Given the alternative, I'll take the big meaty 10-inch because honestly, I don't want a dick that's too big. Like I don't want a dick that's like uncomfortable to put in my pants.
I don't want a dick at all. Let's get rid of it. It's always uncomfortable.
It's always uncomfortable. Can we just chop them
there
off
with your big palms?
Yeah, my huge lopsided testicles.
Number 2, would you rather have 5 decent orgasms every day or just 1 body-tingling, toe-curling, mind-blowing orgasm every day?
The one.
Yeah,
I would rather have the one.
I don't need to come 5 times a day.
I live for that 15 hot seconds where I forget about everything as soon as I come and the world is just perfectly fine and all the anxiety is lifted from my shoulders. And then it all comes flooding back in a wave of emotion and I realize I got to wipe my dick off.
Yeah.
But I would rather live for that than have an okay version of that 5 times.
I don't know the last time I came 5 times in one day. It just seems
not
extravagant.
Not that long ago.
I don't even know if I can. They just turn into dust after 3.
I mean, I didn't say they were impressive huge loads every time, but they were. Nah, I don't know. I shot one earlier this week that scared me.
Yeah, we all came back from Minnesota and shot something that broke some fixtures.
God, I got back from Minnesota and shot one that just kept coming, like it just wouldn't stop. And I was like, okay, boys, let's calm this up. Yeah. Let's finish this up. We got things to do later.
Number 3, would you rather have 5 decent sexual partners on a rotating basis, or just one partner who knows exactly what you need, exactly when you need it?
The one. I'd rather have just one.
I'd rather have the 5.
See, I would rather have the 10-inch dick, one mind-blowing orgasm every day with one person that knows exactly what I like.
I don't think I have anything that's really like I need anyone to know exactly what I need. I'm pretty much.
I mean, I'm pretty.
Need what I get.
I mean, I get what I get, but like, if
and you're telling me 5 of those, one of them's not going to do some weird shit.
I mean, I'd rather have the one that just like does, because like when you got like that good sex relationship with a person where like you guys just do everything, you don't even got to say anything, y'all just do it because you.
I'm going to say 2 out of 5 are going to be that though. You got to play the odds here.
I'd rather just have the one. I'd
rather have the big 10 meter insurance.
10 meter insurance.
I don't even know how to talk about a big penis because I can't even fathom it. Rather have the big old dick, mind-blowing orgasm with 5 whores.
I'd rather have the big old dick with a mind-blowing orgasm with one person that does that freaky thing I like.
We know that we want the 10-inch dick.
We both know
George,
we want the big.
Please tell us when you're sending the 10-inch dicks.
Yeah, let us know when the 10-inch dicks are coming.
Do we have to burn the Homer? Because I'll throw it in the
Is there a 10-inch dick in the middle of the Homer and we get to it?
Do we make candles with a dick inside? Patent pending.
Nobody can take it. If we find it, we're going to sue your asses off. You don't want to get sued by our lawyer, dog.
Like a real cute like mom candle that's just a tube, and then
there's a dildo inside of it.
Just flops out.
Metal dildo.
Yeah, big metal dildo.
Well, it's got to be if you're burning things around. You can't put a silicone dildo in a
silicone
candle.
dildo.
I mean, you can. It's going
to
get a smelly
we
fire.
Got a lawyer, don't worry.
A disgusting plastic fire.
And it says, "Take it easy, guys," and we always do.
I don't think I have ever not taken it easy. I take it however I can get it, pal.
And then the last one here is very upsetting to me. We're about to release a gigantic secret. It comes from the Lemster. We're going to have to start putting a limit. You can't keep submitting.
Flagged! You've been flagged.
Yeah, you've been flagged, and you'll learn about that shortly. The email is dick@balls.com, and the balls is BAWLS. Shout out to our friends over at Balls. I don't know if we say energy drink or what, but
Balls high caffeinated guarana soda.
Yeah, so yeah,
I want to drink soda. That Balls.
You can. It's special.
I know it's special, but that's why I want it.
So yeah, we've alluded to for a long time that I take a certain type of shit. We said recently, guess what it is. I thought people would have fun guesses, and Leonard wouldn't just nail it by knowing too much about my personal life.
Because we talked about it when we went out.
Is that what it was? Because he says, okay, so Leonard, we're gonna start fucking having a NDA. You can't just be talking about what you talk around us.
Yeah, I think that just needs to go out on the show regardless. If you see us in public, do not talk about the things we talk to you about.
Yeah, you can't submit them because we read every submission.
Yeah, we know.
Unfair. But yeah, so the mystique is out. It says drama has real mucusy shits. They are like corn pops that have been sitting in milk for way too long. I have the same problem, and yes, it is normal. You have either talked about it on the show before, or every time I hang out with you, it feels like an episode of the show. That's true. If you want to hang out with us and drink Natter Days, it's like a private episode where we'll apparently say that I have mucusy shit.
Which we're finally saying on the show, apparently. It's out. Yeah. It's out. That's true. There you go, folks.
That's exactly, that's it.
Now you know what I have to live with.
So yeah, now submit if you have mucusy shits because it is normal. Because I have so many nose issues, I think is why I have
I'm not debating that it's not normal. I have just never met someone, and now I guess I know 2 people with mucusy shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Submit. It's not like all my shit is mucus.
I mean, I get that, but just the idea of a mucusy shit, it just doesn't sound right.
I don't know if that's the term. No, it's totally normal. I've read that if it's like excessive and like weird colors, then it starts to get weird, which of course, if your shits aren't brown and your mucus isn't white. Because my biggest thing for a long time, the whole reason I heard someone say it and I was like, bingo. Because I'm like, is this cum? Is there cum coming out in my shits? Is that my cum? It better be my cum. Who else's cum would it be? What else could it be? And I never even thought it could
come back leaking into your anal cavity?
That's what I thought, because sometimes it looks like cum. And I'm like, well, I guess it's all down there. I'm not really going to question it. But if I'm losing out on
Are you telling me you don't know enough about the human anatomy that you thought you were shitting cum?
I mean, I feel like cum could come out in your shit. It's all down there. I'm saying, it's probably not normal. But if there's cum in my shit, I'm not going to worry about it.
If you have your cum coming out in your shit, there is a tear or a tube
Well, yeah,
somewhere.
it's a tear or tube. It's fine.
It's not fine. It's not fine at all.
It's the perfect level of fine where I'm not ever going to go to a doctor about it. What are you going to go to the doctor? Yeah, what brought me in today? Oh, I think I'm coming when I take shits, but like the cum's in my shit. Is that the conversation you want to have with the doctor?
I don't, but if I felt like there was actual ejaculate in my shit, I would go. When it was my ejaculate,
if there was a ton, and every time I shit, I was like,
even if I thought there was a minuscule amount of my own cum in my shit.
I think there is a minuscule amount. You think there's no cum in your shit?
Yeah. I don't think there's any cum in my shit.
So someone tell us if there's cum in your shit.
Can a medical doctor please explain
We've needed
the drama?
a doctor for
We've needed a
years
doctor
almost.
so long on this show.
This shit's going on.
And nobody
My
will
mucus
help
is normal. I need a doctor to come in and say my mucus is normal and that there could be cum in your shit.
You're gonna be like, so my mucus is normal, right? And he's gonna be like, oh, far from it. I don't even know how you're standing here and talking to me right now. You should have died years ago.
The only thing you should worry about in your shit is blood, or if your shit's just black.
Black with blood?
Beets. Yeah, I mean, black shit is you're internally bleeding.
Yeah.
Or you ate beets and you're scared now.
Yeah, you should be scared.
So yeah, that's the submissions. Thanks for ruining my life, Leonard. You don't get to tell our secrets, because then I was like, I know I've said other things around you, and they better not come up.
They better not.
But yeah, if you're not Leonard, or Leonard, if you're around, we'll hang out, whatever. But if you're other people, get at us with a case of Natter Days and learn some
it's
secrets.
officially summertime.
Oh, it's officially summer. So I got a tan / sunburn.
I
baby.
somehow did not get any sun.
Crazy.
I don't know.
I put
I didn't.
I accidentally put sunblock on only one arm 3 times. I was sober as a fish.
Sober as a priest?
I don't think priests are.
It's the expression.
I don't want any expression from a priest. Anyway, so yeah, we'll get into it. We just got back from the trip to Minnesota for Soundset weekend.
Soundset
All right, that's
2019.
episode 96, guys. Don't forget to submit.
For our 100th episode?
Yeah, tell us what you want for the 100th, because we are frantically screaming behind closed doors. But yeah, we made the trip up there. We've done it before.
5-hour car ride.
5-hour car ride up there, not bad, right?
Up
that
there,
thing went
up
by.
There, it went by very fast. I think what helped it go by fast was the throwback playlist.
Oh, yeah.
What we did is we who was Kurd's idea
Kurd.
Was to make a playlist where we each threw a select amount of song. We decided on 7 throwback jams for each of us. So like songs that were like throwbacks for us, but the limitation was it had to be throwbacks people knew. So it couldn't just be like
it couldn't get weird.
Yeah, it couldn't just be the weird shit from your child, because I had like a bunch of ones lined up that I knew were too weird.
I think you were the main reason for that stipulation.
Yeah.
So I was like, just gonna well, fuck it. Yeah, real name episode, not editing shit. We have spent too much time together. Get the fuck out of my life.
Get the fuck away from me, please. But no, so we each did 7 throwback songs, and we threw it on with like 2 hours into the hour and a half, 2 hours
about
into
2
the trip.
hours, because I tried to split it up.
And
we stopped in Wisconsin Dells at the weirdest Dunkin' Donuts.
The weirdest. Okay, what happened at the? So this is what
we
happened.
Can't break down every single thing, but the Dunkin' Donuts was.
We have to break. Okay, so we went into this Dunkin'. All of the employees were having a argument conversation, question mark. I don't know what you want to call it. I wanted to leave. While 3 out of 4 of us just stood there staring at them, and then one of us turns and goes, "Do you need something?" And we're like, "Yeah, we'd like to get some coffee." It was
several people's first day.
Yeah, and which was Memorial Day weekend, the Friday of Memorial Day weekend.
Wisconsin Dells.
At a gas station, Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, let's just throw them behind the counter.
The Burger King.
And then there was just some plainclothes people behind the counter with children that made me uncomfortable.
I don't know what was going on. But anyway.
So we went through, honestly, fast car ride up there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Went through the throwback play. I felt by the time the throwback jams was done, it was only like 30, 45 more minutes till we were in
it was like about an hour, I think.
So
we were at the Mall of America.
Yeah, that was my first time ever to the Mall of America.
What were your thoughts?
Underwhelming. It's just a big mall.
Underwhelming. The middle part's the crazy part.
Yeah, I mean, like it was really wild seeing a theme park in a mall.
Yeah.
Like that was a lot. And like I feel like because I'm like an explorer kind of guy, so like I feel like on my own I would have walked every level just to like see everything that was there.
I feel like if we hadn't been there before, we would do it. But there's just a lot of duplicate stores.
Yeah,
and for like the average, like for you and me, like you're only really looking at maybe 20% of stores in a mall,
right?
No matter how big the mall is, like there's a lot of makeup and
even at Cherryvale,
like
I only go into like
there's like a
2
handful
or 3
of stores
there, you know.
So even if there's more stores, they just duplicate. And I wasn't really looking to shop.
Nah, because it's like you want to save your money for like the
it is
weekend,
hard to
you
do
know?
it right off the bat.
Well, and so we ended up getting food. I got Earth Burger, which is a vegan fast food chain, and they only exist in Texas. So they're in Texas, and then there's one at the Mall of America. The food was good, but what it was there's a brand called Gardein, which I'm sure you've heard of and seen. All the products, so the burger was just a Beyond Burger. I could tell by the taste. And then the fish sandwich was just Gardein fish patties. And then the chicken sandwich was just their chicken patty.
Yeah.
Which, like, cool, I guess. You've got a chain that's like from a vegan standpoint, I get like if they were in more places, because like going out to eat usually is a hassle, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, I know you're aware, but I will give you are always very accommodating about it, so I do appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
I know it's a pain in the ass sometimes.
That's the thing, is it's so inconvenient.
I know,
sometimes.
but it means a lot to me, and I appreciate it.
I'm a great friend, I know.
You are. But so overall, like, I'm glad I got it, but it was kind of, it was disappointing in a way, because it was like, I know I could make this at home.
Well, speaking of
better.
disappointments, we went to forever, all the times we've went before you and even before Kurt, me and Matt the God always go to, there's Buffalo Wild Wings up top.
Oh God.
And you sit at the bar and drink, you get those big Buffalo beers. And they're fucking crush it. There's nothing fantastic. It's just the Buffalo Wild Wings, but those beers will hit you right. You know what I mean?
Because they're big
larger,
beers. Yeah,
and it's something to do in the mall if someone else is shopping and whatnot.
Well,
That's how it happened. Me and Matt went to get a beer while someone else was shopping, and then we were like, oh, and then you just sit there for a little bit, and
2
you're
or
like,
3 hours.
Oh.
Well, yeah, and especially a post 5-hour car ride, nothing like a couple of big beers take that edge off. You know,
and it's just been your run of the mill B-dubs, nothing like, never got food there, nothing crazy about it.
The smell.
Time, and I swear to God, it's never been like that. It's been like a nicer B-dubs Small American one. This one smelled so musty.
It smelled so bad.
So musty.
It's like they took the mop bucket from last night and let it sit, and then used the same water to wash things out. It smelled
like when you forgot that you wash clothes and you open up the washer like a day later, and you're
musty.
like, oh fuck, I gotta rewash these.
Well, and it's like, can you imagine if we'd gotten food in there trying to smell all that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how people were eating in that B-dubs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like I didn't get nose blind to it at all. Like I
did eventually. But
I did not.
I can barely smell.
I'm like weirdly sensitive with smells, and so like I just.
Well, yeah. If I went in there to eat, I would have immediately just walked back out.
Yeah, because it just reeks terribly. And then I went to go take a piss in the bathroom, and the mop bucket was in the bathroom.
I'm the culprit. Yeah, if you're going to eat in the Mall of America, you shouldn't choose B-dubs either. Like,
I mean, there's lots of things you shouldn't choose. Like, they have so many unique things that you can eat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's my biggest like proponent with like going other places, is try to get other shit that you can't get.
Yeah.
Obviously, you run into whatever. But yeah, so we got the beers. Then we went to the hotel that we always stay at, that we can't say because you guys will come find us.
You guys will come find us, and it is our sanctuary when we are away from home. It is such a nice hotel that we stay at.
We got room number 512. We've stayed there a while. I'm a member of their club. Just to get the cheaper rate. So I always think maybe they'll give us a little something. They always give us waters and conversation.
Yeah.
And 512, that's the top floor. 5 stories. Mm-hmm. Don't look up the hotel. I think I'm giving too many facts away.
Yeah.
But 5th floor made you think, right? We're onto something.
And it was just
a regular room. And then it's so inconvenient to have a run-of-the-mill room on the top floor.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be all the way up here. That's so many elevator rides. And only one time was there a dog in the elevator. And the dog's name was Biscuit. And I hope it had a great weekend.
And you told me all about Biscuit, and I was jealous I didn't get to meet Biscuit.
I was like, can I touch your dog? I hate. You ever have people that are like, they seem weird when you're like, can I touch your dog? And they're like, and you're like, well, now I don't want to do it. And I was like, can I touch the dog? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, hi, Biscuit.
Hell yeah.
Because then I feel like I can talk to people because I just look at the dog and then they're like, what are you here for? And I'm like, because I'm not thinking about talking to a human.
You'd rather talk to a dog than a human, yeah.
But yeah, fantastic hotel. We've talked about it before. We did the hot tub, which is a necessity.
Traditional,
off the bat. Hot tub, Natter Days, Nando's, little strawberry vodka balls I found. Cocktail caviar. They didn't go over well.
No, I mean, I liked them. I just think I would
weird.
It's an odd texture. It's like the bubbles in the bubble tea, like that boba or whatever.
Exactly
they just like pop in your mouth, you know?
I just seen them and I was like,
Did you see they made ketchup caviar in that same fashion where it was like little balls of ketchup?
Let's caviar everything.
Let's caviar Natter Days. Natter Day caviar?
Hell yeah.
Whew, put that shit on everything.
So we did some hot tub, some swimming, some drinking.
Then we went out on the town to go drinking.
Yeah, we went uptown. We had shout out to Tristan.
Yeah, we don't.
Tristan checked us in. We're guessing that's his name. He's an angel sent
whoever
from above.
he is. He's a fantastic
He's Tristan
man.
forever, even if he's not.
He was our running gag for the weekend.
Yeah, so this hotel has a shuttle, which we totally didn't utilize ever before, but now I'm all about it.
Yeah,
even when it got weird later.
It seems so stressful to run the shuttle.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like it seems like
we were going to.
You're essentially a taxi driver.
Yeah, in a
huge thing
with assholes.
Because there's like there's a point I want to make. When we
I
get
know the point.
Several points.
But yeah, so they have a shuttle that'll go 5 miles. We were going to Liquor Isles in Uptown. And it was like 5.6 miles. So I even said when we booked it, I was like, I don't know. Which at that point, I always want to be like, you're going to do this because it's insane to not just drive 0.6 miles. But I don't want to be that guy. And I always assume that they'll be like, yeah, we'll do it. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah. Tristan, the wonderful angel that
Chill
he is.
as shit.
Took us right up to Liquor Isles.
Even did a Yui in a very busy road.
Did a Yui and basically
drove that thing masterfully, I want to say. Handled that thing like it was a sports car.
Best man I met all weekend.
Yeah, he's a fantastic human being. I sincerely hope he's out there getting the sex he likes. His food's always at the right temperature. His tire pressure is always perfect. He's always at a comfortable temperature, and nothing ever disturbs him so much.
Used to live in Rockford.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it always happens to us.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what city we go to, we mention we're from Rockford, and people are like, oh, I know someone from there. I lived there. I've got family there. Like everybody's got someone.
There.
I got shot there. Used to come in your gutters.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
That guy's
glad he moved away.
That guy's an asshole. He's Minneapolis' problem now.
So yeah, we went to Liquor Isles, which I'm sure we've mentioned it before.
They do a 2-for-1.
2-for-1 all day, except for 3 hours. I think 6 to 9. They don't do 2-for-1s. Otherwise, it's always 2-for-1s. Beers, shot,
mixers,
mixed drinks,
everything.
Whatever the fuck you want. We kept it classy. We weren't trying to get super drunk.
No, I think we just stayed for a round.
Yeah, we had 2 drinks each. Walked down to CC Club, which is also a fantastic establishment we've been at before.
Basically spent the first chunk of the evening just hopping to some of our preferred bars downtown. Yeah. There's a very beautiful one with a rooftop we go to. Yeah. Traditionally has nowhere to sit.
Lake Lynn Brewery.
Fantastic brewery, great atmosphere, beautiful rooftop, nice view of the city from there.
Talk about porn on the rooftop.
Are we going to mention the name of the bar?
No.
Okay, so we went to...
We're also not going to mention that thing I did.
Okay, so
all right.
We went to another bar later in the evening that had...
It was the cornerstone of the night. I'd seen online that they had a DJ. Mm-hmm. There wasn't really anything else popping off. We had heard of this bar before. It was right along that path, so we were like, this will work out.
We'll check it out. Upon entering, it was not popping at first. There wasn't really a ton of people there.
They were still doing 2. We got a 2-for-1.
We did get a 2-for-1, and then the drinks got ridiculously expensive after the 2-for-1. Yeah, because I think I paid like $6.50 for 2 vodka pineapples, and then
I stopped doing 2 for $6.50 isn't bad.
But then I went up afterwards, and she said it was $8.50 for 1.
Oh. I don't remember.
So, the same thing happened to Matt the God. He went up there to go get another one, and they were like $8.50, and he's like $8.50, and so like, things were like ridiculous. Like I went up there, and because I'll get to there. We went there. It was 2 stories, and when you went upstairs, there was an outside area. Yeah. So there was like these nice pieces of patio furniture out there.
This is where I want to jump in because I feel like this specifically was targeted at me. I got out there, lit up a cigarette, right? This is my biggest problem with everything.
You're outside,
smoke a cigarette. Didn't even think
Not
anything
even
of it.
We were in the corner.
Yeah.
We're in a corner where it was by the door, but it wasn't heavy foot traffic.
I'm outside.
No, I'm saying there wasn't heavy foot traffic.
No, yeah,
there wasn't a lot of people.
There.
So yeah, it shouldn't have even
Regardless, if I'm outside, I'm under the assumption I can smoke cigarettes. And if I can't, it just irritates me. And Matt points out, where I was sitting, he goes, don't be surprised if someone's going to say something. And I was like, what? And he pointed at a sign, and the way I was sitting, the light was reflecting on it, so I could literally could not even read the sign. And I'm like, what is it? And he says, no smoking. And so I looked because I was like, really? And yeah, it says no smoking. Whatever. So I keep smoking my cigarette because
it's already lit.
Fuck it. And nothing happened. And then later when I come back out, I light up another cigarette because I'm like, until someone tells me to stop. This is my normal operation.
Until someone tells me
I
stop,
can't do that,
you're gonna keep
doing it.
Yeah.
If within reason, like I said, I'm outside, I can smoke. I'm not smoking inside.
Right.
So this man comes out, opens the door, and just punches the sign 3 times.
Yeah.
Again, I can't read it, so I even tell him I can't see what that says, and he goes, "No smoking." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Put my cigarette out. No problem.
No problems.
At another point, we come back out, and we can get into what was going on when we came back out.
Let's not.
But I'm just hitting the jewel.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I was also hitting my
And the guy comes out and he goes, no. And he said some long thing. No vape, no
smoking of any kind.
Of any kind.
And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, again,
no
I was
problem.
like, whatever. But, like, that doesn't even make sense.
Right.
I can do this indoors sometimes.
Right, yeah.
Like,
I go to places where I can jewel
whatever.
inside. So it's like, but it's like, hey, if someone's going to have a problem with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's my thing. I want to do what I want to do, but if it's going to cause a commotion, I'll stop. I don't need to sit there and rip
I
my
agree,
jewel.
but I also am willing to, like, explain to me why. And if you can't, like, what is there a law that I'm not, you know what I mean? What is the reason? Because if the reason is bullshit, then I feel like I want to keep smoking.
Yeah.
Regardless, what I did and I was reminded of was I ripped the sign down and I threw it. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about it. Anyway, so we're in there dancing. Me and Kurt had been in and out dancing. It was getting more lively. The songs were still a weird selection.
Yeah, me during this time, me and Matt were just upstairs jeweling outside.
Yeah, illegally jeweling.
Illegally jeweling.
Flagged.
Well, because like we were just having like a nice conversation.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful
You
night
guys
outside.
you guys are always having conversations. Me and Cole are inside doing the Tatiana dance,
Right.
spilling some drinks in our pants.
Right.
Just getting out there.
So then some events conspired, we'll say,
Yeah.
and so we ended up just coming back inside. I went to the bar and I was like, and so I'm standing there, and my drink of choice that evening, I was going back and forth between vodka pineapple, vodka Red Bull, because that's like my go-to mixers whenever I go out. I see the bartender open up a small cooler, and I see tall pink cans in there, and I look her in the face and I
it
say,
was just a gold glow.
it was like, oh, and she shut it, and I was like, are those Natural Light Natter Days? Because I was like,
I know exactly what you mean, because you say Natter Days and people
right,
are like, what?
Because that's what I was like, is that Natural Light Natter? And she just like gave me an eyebrow raise and like nodded at me like she knew, and I was like, give me one of those, please. $15 for a vodka Red Bull and a Natter Day.
I thought you were going to say just for the Natter Day. And
No.
I was like, what did I do immediately after? Because I go, because you come and you're just holding one.
Because I was so amazed, because like that's our thing to find
so
like tall boys in a bar.
I was like, let's go. So me and Kurt go over to the bar, and I want to emphasize what happened.
Yes,
here.
this is the part you need to pay attention to. If you're like doing something right now and using us
Turn
as
it
background
off,
noise,
put the kid outside.
listen to this right here. This is the pivotal part of the story.
Yeah. So I go up to the bar. I order 2 for myself. And I had the same thing. I said, can I get 2 Natter Days? And the guy acted so weird. He like raised his arms and was like, what? A Natter Day? Like a fucking like
Comical Joker.
like the Mad Hatter or something. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, $12,000 or some bullshit.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is happening right now? So then it's whatever price it was, and I give him money. I take 2, and I turn around, and Kurt's behind me. We did that thing where you can't tell if someone bought you a drink or they're double fisting.
Right.
So it was like a weird, awkward second, and then I was like, whatever, so I'll just give him this one. So I hand it to him. We go back over, dancing. No problem.
For maybe 30, 45 seconds, I want to say.
Yeah, it happened quickly.
Because I did not have that those drinks in my hand for long.
No, I had a full one. Yeah. And then, we turn around, or I turn around because I was dancing, not paying attention, and Kurt is being talked to by the bouncer that had told us to quit smoking and whatnot.
Who
towers over Kurt. If you're not aware, Kurt is
and I towered over him.
Yeah, it was like it was
like
a
Russian,
Russian dolls.
Russian dolls
full
of men.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah, all pieces of shit, right down to the little one.
And you can tell, like, typical bouncer. I hate bouncers. Primarily for things like this, where it's like you're just on a fucking power trip and you're being weird.
Right, you're just like you failed basic and now you have to come here and fucking like flex on people because you think you're a fucking man.
They're not like old buddies catching up. There's a weird like aggression behind it. And the 3 of us, while Kurt is being talked to by this bouncer, are just doing the eyes back and forth. Like, I thought one of us was going to hit the bouncer.
It was me. It was going to be me.
Yeah,
because I was drunk.
I'm also going to hit him.
Because I was drunk enough, and I understand. And in the group, I'm the biggest one. So like, I understand dynamically that if something happens to one of us, I'm the guy that's got to throw the first punch. Because it's like I'm the biggest one. So it's like you got to send your biggest dog out in the fight if you're going to make a statement about something.
And then we all leave while you're getting beat up.
I'd hit a bouncer. I don't give a shit.
So at one point, Kurt just like hands his beer out, and I guess Matt takes it, and then I'm like, what? Kurt's like, I'm too drunk to be here. He's telling me I'm too drunk to be here,
which
and
is
I'm like, what?
Crazy.
So then I say to the bouncer, what? And he's like, he's too drunk, he can't be here anymore. And I'm like, what?
Which is wild.
And he's like, he can't even maintain eye contact with me right now. He's stumbling. all this shit. And
because a strange large man is grabbing him in the club and screaming in his face.
He goes, "You've been flagged by a bartender. You can't be here anymore." Which I wish in the moment it was one of those things where you're so confused that everything has just changed, because he never got a drink. How was he flagged? And then I was like, is it because I got his drinks? Did that look like they cut him off?
Did that look
Which
bad
you should know who you cut off.
Right,
Just the term, and this is now a ongoing joke forever. If one of your homies is getting too drunk or doing something crazy
flagged.
now, they're flagged.
Flagged.
You're flagged.
Pretty much if anybody does anything ridiculous, flagged.
So, yeah, I was like, flagged. And he's like, yeah, he's got to go. And we're like, all right. So then he's getting kicked out. We leave totally normal.
We leave in a very normal and respectable fashion.
I did accidentally step on the back of the guy's shoes because he was taking Kurt out. I stepped on the back of his shoes and I could see him stumble. So then I was like, I'm going to keep doing that while we're being walked out, because that's a super irritating thing. And then I was kind of in the mood where it's like, if you want to make something happen, we can just make something.
Yeah, it's my first night in this town.
We'll figure it out. We all know what hotel we're in.
Yeah.
512. So I was just stepping in the back of his shoes, and we get outside. Another guy comes in, has something to say about something that was unrelated.
Yeah, he was like, because I think he mistook Cole for someone else, because I think it was something
No,
else.
I think he knew what was going on. The thing that we don't want to talk about.
Right.
Because, yeah, he came out and he said that specifically, and I was like, that didn't happen. And then there was just screaming.
Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah, he was making shit up.
Yeah, I think he was a little.
He
accurate.
had a glorified version of what happened.
Yeah.
Like
I wish what he said
was true. It would be more epic if it was true. Yeah. But unfortunately, I think he was trying to make it worse than what it was.
Well, yeah, because he came out at Cole and he's like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that didn't happen. And then he looked at both of us and then he just walked away, which I was like, yeah. And I think that's what riled me up, because another bouncer emerged to talk some shit and then walked away. And then I was like, yeah, fuck you. As there's cop cars everywhere.
And
we are screaming
and drunk. And and here's the thing. I understand that we as a group, when we live fairly normal lives. We live pretty mundane lives, and when we go out, we do have a tendency to get a little Rockford. We have a tendency to get a little wild, a little rambunctious, do what we got to do. I never, to the credit of everyone in this group, think that I did not believe at the time that he was too drunk to function.
No one's ever like that out of line.
That's what I'm saying. Because
I've never even been kicked out of a place.
Right.
And there's been times where I'm like, I wish someone would kick me out because I'm fucking.
Because I have seen all of us be
at the
10 times drunker than he was that night.
Yeah, I've seen Cole do crazy things.
I've seen him do wild things.
I've had to take Cole out of places and like just get him out.
Yeah, just get him out because he's doing wild things.
And they're serving him shots and shit. Right, and they're watching him.
And Matt made a fantastic point when we were walking away. He was like, kicked out for getting too fucked up. If we were in Wisconsin, they would just be like, get him another beer.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In Madison,
Madison, they just give us shots even after the bars are closed up there.
And you can see, and that's what I mean. And we've realized for sure when Cole's able to dance, then it's hard to call because
he has to do it. Because we were all super hot when we left that bar because it's like, first of all, you offended one of the group, and when you offend one of us, you offend all of us.
And just if we're gonna start yelling, I'd rather just fight because I get in that mood.
I'd rather hit something.
Drinking.
Yeah,
and it's now I feel
and so like we are like heated, and we're walking away from this place because it's like we felt that in the moment our friend was unjustly targeted. We felt that he was flagged for absolutely no reason, and I get it. We were probably annoying to the guy because we were smoking.
Oh yeah,
there.
That guy. That's what Matt said. That guy had it out for us. I forgot I did the sign thing, but also fuck you. It's a sign.
Yeah, exactly.
And also explain your sign and like I don't know.
And so we were all very heated, and we were very much at Cole's defense in the moment.
Oh yeah,
we were all very much like fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit. You are not too drunk.
Yeah.
And then we probably got about a block away from the bar, realizing that indeed Cole was very much
very drunk, but I don't think he was too drunk.
No, he was not too drunk to be at a bar.
Like
he was very.
If he was like drunk and grabbing people or screaming and starting shit.
Yeah, if he was like slapping asses,
keeps himself and dances like an elegant angel.
Yeah,
that's how it's hard to identify that he's drunk.
Yeah,
because regardless, he
just blends in. Yeah,
because that's what I mean. I've seen him leave like dance parties where we'll be dancing all night, and we get outside, and he's like, and I'm like, holy shit.
What?
But yeah, I would never assume you'd get kicked out.
And so
we went to another bar.
And we went to another establishment, got in, and this one also had two stories. I don't think we've ever spent any real time at this bar. I think we spent
last time I was too drunk to be at this bar.
That's
Remember?
right.
Because I walked in and there was a lady with a cart of tall boys. And I'm like, can I get whatever the fuck I ordered? And she goes, it's cheaper to get 2. So I said, sure. And then as soon as I got them, I was like, how would it be cheaper to get 2? And it wasn't.
Yeah.
So then I just chugged 2 of them. And then I got a third one. And then we were upstairs. And I was like,
yep.
I'm very drunk.
Yeah, I remember because I was watching the Mario Kart on the TV when you were confessing all of this to me.
Yeah. Well, she duped me. That's what I mean. Other bars will trick you into getting too drunk and keep serving you.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the bars we like.
Yeah.
And so this one also had it had a downstairs and then it had an upstairs. It's like really a game-based bar. They got arcade
called
games.
Up Down. Yeah, it's an arcade
and
bar.
Upstairs
it's a nice
they've got
place.
a projector with Mario Kart and giant Jenga.
Good
Lots
place.
of fun.
Yeah.
We get up go to the second flight of stairs. You and Matt are walking. I'm with Cole. He gets to the second flight of stairs and he just starts falling back. As soon as he takes the first step, I immediately grab him and hold him and I'm like, bro, are you okay? And he's just like, and I was
flagged.
Yeah, I'm like, flagged. I just see that guy's face in my mind going, flagged. And I'm like, fuck. And so, like, you guys are already at the bar. I get up there. I'm like, guys, we
hadn't even made it to the bar.
No,
as soon as he got upstairs and I looked at him, I was like, yep, I already know.
Yeah,
where this
we were
is
just
going.
like,
Get this guy
guys,
out
come
of here.
on, we got to go. And so we get into an Uber.
Yeah.
And and so Matt's in the front, the 3 of us are in the back, which I'm sure every Uber driver loves, just picking up 4 of us.
Yeah.
And so the thing we do with Ubers is we tend to ask them how long they've been doing it for and what's their craziest story.
That's my go-to.
And so the guy was like, honestly, I haven't really had a lot of crazy stories. I've had a lot of people pass out in cars. And I look over and the little man is like white person heroin wasted. He's just like, with like his head laying back, just nodding off
and
head.
You tell me when we get out, we got to make sure to get Cole. Like I was just gonna forget him. I
didn't mean it like that. I just meant it like we didn't.
Especially because I looked over and he's just passed out, and I was like, I don't know how we're not gonna take care of
let's
this.
not rely on him.
Well, the guy
waking
also
up.
the Uber, like the dashboard on the passenger side, in those big white letters
Jesus
spelled out
"Jesus
"Jesus is love." While he was listening to a radio station that was just like Jesus
Worship
is
music,
love,
yeah.
little like quiet prayers. And yeah, his stories were uneventful in the whole ride. I was just like, fuck this.
So we got back to the hotel and had to peel his socks and shoes off of him. Slept in the same position for about 6 hours straight.
Pants.
Woke up drunk again.
Yeah, that was when you were like, I was downstairs at breakfast with him and I was looking at him and I was like, are you still drunk? And he goes, I don't know how you're not.
Yeah, that's what he said to me.
Because you were too drunk to be anywhere, apparently. He's sneaky.
Because we get downstairs and he's like, because what he did is we're looking at the breakfast options, and for me the breakfast options are limited to like cereal, juice, and oatmeal, which I was fine with.
Yeah.
And so I get a bowl of Lucky Charms, bowl of oatmeal, and I've got the oatmeal on top of the Lucky Charms, so the heat is like melting some of the marshmallows, and like a horse, I'm sitting there like I'm like, you ready to go back? And he just goes like a horse and dips his open mouth into my Lucky Charms trying to get a marshmallow off the side of it. And that's why I'm like, are you still drunk? I don't know how you're not. And just wandered back to the elevator. Pretty sure he spilled a juice too. He got a juice. And
he spills a lot of beverages.
Spills a lot of everything. Yeah, I was waiting for that guy to be sitting there eating breakfast, just reading a paper with his little spectacles. Flag.
Yeah, so we get ready. We went to a place called Can Wonderland that I found out about last year. We always go to the brewery to play Sorry, which we'll get into. And literally next door, there's this extravagant mini putt. Each hole is made by a different artist. If you saw our Instagram and whatnot, they're crazy. So we finally did that. It was wild.
It was wild. It was a good game of mini putt.
Yeah, 10 a.m. Woke up when we played hardcore mini putt.
Real nice arcade too. We didn't really take advantage of the games, but it was a lot of like old school arcade games. And it's like one of those things where you get a wristband and you can just like tap it and play all day, you know.
Yeah.
And they had like the world's largest pinball machine there,
which was underwhelming.
It had a pool ball as the ball for, but I think it was just too heavy that it couldn't do a lot.
It took so
in the game.
long.
Yeah,
you'd hit it and it'd be like, and it was so loud.
What do we do after that?
We went to
the zoo after that. Yeah.
Real quaint
busy
Saturday morning.
Zoo.
I hated everybody in that.
I hated everyone in that zoo. We went into the aquatic house where there was like penguins and fish, and the smell.
Oh my
God. You can tell a private zoo versus a public zoo just based on the cleanliness of it. Free zoo is
a fine zoo. Nothing
fantastic. We got to see some giraffes drinking another giraffe's piss.
Yeah, one giraffe took a drink of some giraffe piss right from the tap. And then he like brought his head up and like cheers did. And that was probably the highlight of it, honestly.
It took 5 minutes to get down his long neck, and he
it took so long for the draft to pee because I was like, is it just like sniffing its crotch? And then me and Matt were watching, and it just explosive pee, and it just grabbed some and like chugged it.
When you're thirsty, I guess.
Then after that, we went to get something to eat. Our initial plan was also far too busy, so we went somewhere else that was pretty underwhelming.
All right.
My food was actually bad. The longer I think about it, I get angrier.
Yeah, watching you eat that thing was a disaster because your go-to is like a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Like wherever you go, if there's nothing spectacular, you get the chicken sandwich. And,
I prefer a fried.
And this was like a baked chicken with like cheese
barbecue
and
sauce
bacon,
and avocado, and boy, was it a mess.
It was watching you eat it. I felt like I was watching a child just try to eat a plate of spaghetti. It was a lot.
Left my sunglasses there, and then bought the exact same pair later on in the day without realizing that I had left them there. So the world just made everything equal.
Did my traditional trip to the Herbivorous Butcher, which is a all vegan butcher shop, which is like a small mecca for me because there's still so many fucking foods I just miss that I ate, and like this place is just hands down. If you're ever in Minneapolis, some of the best food I've ever had in general. I ended up getting what did I get? I got 2 sandwiches.
We don't have time for your elaborate.
Well, no, I won't get
order.
it. But the 2 things I ended up bringing home, I was very surprised with. I ended up getting some Cuban pork and some jalapeno cheddar brats. Fried the brats up earlier this week, and they were just like regular real brats. Like, it was fantastic. Nice. And then the pork, I found when I fry it in a pan, because what I was doing is heating it up and putting it in a grilled cheese sandwich, smells just like bacon when it's fried, and then has a taste very similar to bacon too. So whatever these guys are doing to make their flavors and everything, they're probably just adding real meat to it, and I'm getting fucked.
Hopefully.
But no, if you ever get the chance, Herbivorous Butcher up in Minneapolis, fantastic little place. Even if you're not vegan, it's worth it just to check out some of the stuff, just so you can see that, like, because a lot of times people are like, oh, vegans just eat grass. So, like, it's good to have a place like that. And then we went to Surly after that.
I think this is out of order, but it doesn't matter. We went to the Sorry Brewery to play the board game
we
Sorry,
did, and it was
which is the only reason we go there. The beers aren't that great. And the Sorry board game, the tradition, was gone. So we just drank our beers in a brewery like common pieces of fucking garbage.
Terrible.
But a guy dropped a big plant, and that was worth it.
That was eventful.
Then we went to Agartha record store, which we've talked about before. It's phenomenal.
Great. I could honestly drop a couple.
St. Paul, maybe.
I could drop a couple thousand in that record store. Yeah. Honestly, I saw so many things that I wanted to buy that day, but I knew like realistically shouldn't be spending the money on because it's just a record,
Yeah.
But it's like they have everything.
Then in that same little strip, there's a tattoo parlor. So me and Slim were like, let's go get tattoos. I had found it online before, and I was like, that'll be a.
And it's been about 2 years since I've gotten a tattoo, so I'm itching. I'm in the mood to get a good one.
So we went in there, and then there was only one person working. All the good people were at
conventions or on vacation.
And then the lady's like, he's gonna help this lady who clearly didn't know what she was getting tattooed.
And we had pictures of what we wanted.
I didn't. I wanted flash, but then I'm like, I don't want this guy's flash. I don't know this guy. Yeah. It was so hot in there. I couldn't open the coffin that was there, which is ridiculous. Cole bought a pop and spilled it all over the table. And then we just left.
Yeah, well, because it's like we were just waiting, and it seemed like we were going to be there for hours.
Yeah, I don't want to waste time when we have all this shit to do. Then we popped over to Surly like we always do.
Which
fantastic
was
brewery.
Horrifically busy.
It always is now.
But that was even busier than I've ever seen it before.
I think that's just the standard for it now.
But I mean, like, good for them. They make a fantastic beer. They make fantastic products.
Someone told me up there that fucking building cost $8 million, and they still can't keep up with the demand for production.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's a giant building, like unbelievably large. Then we went, back to the hotel, and then got the shuttle to Memory Lanes. They had the block party that we referenced last year that we went to.
Underwhelming performances this year.
Yeah, it was last year. There was people we're familiar with, like Cashinova, who did not end up showing up this year, despite all the hype that I kept hearing.
Dimitri Vegas was there last year, and he had a fantastic show.
Oh yeah, Dimitri Killstorm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vegas. I was like, who did we use?
Always right enough.
Yeah, you're so close. But so far away.
That was a clip I listened to earlier this week. I heard it was something I was doing when I was going through our episodes, and it was like, you are always like 80% correct, and it's so close, but it's so wrong.
When you called Chuck English Chuck D or something?
Yeah, it was when I said Minneapolis.
The city has been taken over by minions.
It was Minneapolis. I forget what the second one was, but the third one was when we were at the Cool Kid show, and I'm like, yeah, Chuck English is gonna wave to me.
Yeah, no, you said like Chuck D because it is Chuck English. But yeah, underwhelming. Fucking block party in general. It was still something to do.
It was my first Fundo experience, which was sad, I guess you could say.
Yeah, he just does what he wants. All those DJs just do what they want at that. I think they don't take it seriously.
No, it was me
and Cole were out on that dance floor, and let me tell you, it was a weird experience.
Yeah, you guys.
There's one man who danced from the beginning to the end. His back was the sweatiest I've ever seen anyone. Didn't have any real moves, just a run-of-the-mill white guy with possibly a twin on the floor, or he was moving so much it was two people.
Yeah, you were just too drunk. You thought it was two people.
I didn't get flagged, so I was fine.
It's fair.
Just real weird dance floor. You guys went back to the hotel. Me and Kurt went on an adventure to find Mexican food, which we found what looked like an abandoned Mexican restaurant that was not abandoned. So many cop cars showed up at different points. There was what seemed to be an illegal club upstairs.
Interesting.
We got an Uber back where the guy just chewed his gum so loud that Cole got gum from him and then spit it on the hotel when we got back.
Jesus.
And was like, the fucking gum.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say why we felt bad. Let's just say me and Matt were rather stinky when we got into the Uber that we got.
I don't. Oh yeah. Okay.
We were pretty stinky when we got into the Uber.
I was gonna say we were all stinky.
No, we were stanky.
Yeah.
And that man's Uber smelled very nice, like Midnight Moon by Yankee Candle, and we felt bad about it. And we ended up getting Papa John's, and I got 6 garlic sauces to Cole's Bane, which one I left under his pillow, which he didn't find till the next morning.
Yeah, which could have went
so bad. And even he was like, "Really, a garlic sauce? What if this opened up in the middle of the night?" It's like, you're gonna sit here and preach at me about responsible decisions.
I agree.
I didn't say I didn't agree.
A bold choice.
Yeah, but I thought
especially knowing how hard he's gonna come in and pass out. He's not gonna find anything in his pillow. His pillow could be filled with thumbtacks, and he'd still sleep soundly.
You did shove that water bottle.
I did. That took a long time too, and someone put fake poop in.
That wasn't me.
It might have been me. I just don't remember. There was so much fake poop.
Yeah, the fake poop that Drama sent me in the mail became a fun theme this week, and we left some poo in some strategic places in Minneapolis. In Minneapolis.
I had to beat the shit out of one of those yellow fuckers.
You did. And then the next day was the festival.
Yeah, which we'll just skip over completely.
The main keynote that happened is we had that we left around 1:00 because the festival starts at 11, but like if you get there too early, you're just walking around.
And there was no one we wanted to see until 2, so it was finally a year where we could have some time. But it was like that nervous anxiousness where like you're ready and you want to go. And the best part, I even looked back, our shuttle was at 1, and we're standing up ready to leave. My phone buzzes. I look at it. Email says one of the two. I don't know if we talked about it on here. We wanted to see Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Wayne. Both are notorious for not showing up to their shows.
Right, yeah.
Every year, Uzi's ducked out on Soundset another year.
2 years
Wayne,
back in 17.
Yeah, Wayne just doesn't want to get patted down or show up. He's skipped out on Minneapolis three times. So the ongoing joke is one of them is going to cancel, if not both of them. So we're standing there, getting ready to go. My phone buzzes, and the email just says, Lil Uzi Vert canceled. So I'm like, fuck. And then I open it, and I read it closer. And what did my face look like to you specifically?
Because the surprise was something that is something Drama and I have talked about a lot. And so you look like a kid that like just found out that like you
because we're both big Uzi fans.
We're huge. That was one
of the people I was most pumped for.
Right.
And our fear was if either Wayne or Uzi canceled, the replacement would be horrendous.
Right.
Because last year Brockhampton canceled and they replaced him with Brother Ali, which no one wants.
No.
And so I was like,
you look like a kid who had like one big present they wanted for Christmas,
and I didn't think I got it.
No, and you didn't think you got it, but you got something even better. Yeah, and because you were like, he canceled, but guess who's taking his place? My first thought was Playboy Cardi, because I was like, that would just make me lose my mind if Playboy Cardi showed up. Which would have been good,
but I feel like this was better.
This was better. We ended up getting Lil Nas X and DaBaby, 2 fill-ins for 1 cancel. And
Lil Nas X is the Old Town Road kid.
If you don't know the name, you know the song,
reason. Which at this time is like the perfect time to see that song.
Right, and because it's like, you're not, because like when else are you going to, because like you could go see him as an opening act on a tour when like his EP drops.
No
and
one
he's
will care except Like this is like the height of
the song.
And DaBaby we've talked about
because we loved DaBaby's music. We started getting into him before Baby on Baby dropped.
Yeah, in
back
January.
when Blank Blank
Walker,
had dropped.
Yeah, Walker Texas Ranger. I saw it came out and it blew my mind.
And so
he's not coming to Chicago except for a festival that you have to buy 2 days for, and it's expensive, and we're figuring that out. But I was like, we're never gonna see him. So to read those 2 words, it still doesn't even feel real.
It doesn't feel real.
I was shaking in the shuttle, and when we got to Soundset, because I was like, there's no fucking way that we're gonna see DaBaby and Old Town Road live.
At this. And it was when just overall, DaBaby was one of my favorite shows of the day to see, because like it's one of those things.
Well, not to mention also that Soundset morning, I wake up taking a big old hotel shit, which is just a different shit in general.
It is a different shit.
Scrolling through Instagram, and we seen a video of DaBaby in a Louis Vuitton store.
Yes, and let's talk about this.
A man is just talking shit to him. So the video starts off.
He's saying like DaBaby ain't shit.
Yeah,
he
the
ain't
video
gonna do
starts
nothing.
off with the other party filming himself talking shit. DaBaby's a bitch. Oh, he got all this shit, blah, 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 talking shit. The second video, you swipe over DaBaby, and he's like, what's up, man? You talking all this shit? And he keeps getting closer to him, and he's like, go buy your shit. Go buy your shit. And
he's like, no, man, what do you got to say? What do you want to say?
You see the other guy start to swing, and then you just see, you know what I mean?
Phone jostling, dropping.
And then you swipe, and the third video
is the man on the ground with his pants down,
blood all over his face, just out. And he's then DaBaby just screaming at him.
He's screaming. He's going, that's right, me, Dolo, me, I'm the truth.
Kicks him in the face.
Kicks him in the face and says,
pull your pants up.
Pull your pants up. Pull your pants up.
And then just leaves.
And then walks away.
That's my favorite thing is when the fight starts, you hear a lady clearly working at Louis Vuitton like, no, wait. Like you're going to be able to stop that.
Like you can stop that tiny bull terrier of a man. Like,
I wish he would have said, I wish he would have like... The only thing that would have made it sweeter after watching this video 100 times is if DaBaby bought him a belt and like threw it at him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just like in an act
for your
of
pants.
Well, and
imagine
then
getting beat up and your pants fall down. It's my biggest fear.
Your pants fall down and it's all filmed on Instagram by a man who's doing the beating with his right hand as he's filming it.
And he's so viral right now.
And he's so big and viral. And then DaBaby puts out a shirt with the event on it, which I am trying to get so hard.
Shows up to perform with his hand bandage.
Yeah.
Constantly referring to how he can't use his hand without talking about the incident.
Yeah.
Because he's smart. But anyway, for a Soundset, let's go chronologically. First person we wanted to see, Doja Cat, which was hard to watch.
Oh my God, it was.
Because it was erotic.
She is I don't get how a woman is built like that.
Came out basically, you can say like a swimsuit bottom and a bra top with a big pink
fluffy
furry
pink robe coat that I see her wear constantly.
Yeah,
like,
and
that's
I'm like,
her look.
that robe's gonna come off at some point.
And
boy,
it did.
And to be the cameraman at sometimes when she's like
God.
twerking and the cameraman's right there zooming in on her ass, and then her ass is just on those screens. There's so many people around us who were just like, oh my God. Like especially because you could tell, like specifically next to me, there was 2 men that I'd say 35-ish, grain, drinking some beers, just clearly not getting far in the crowd, just kind of observing stuff. And I seen both of them just looking at each other like, oh my God. And then the one guy just started walking towards it like a zombie.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
Good God, the way she was shaking her ass. It was unbelievable.
She's also a good artist, has good songs, was very fun.
No, I was actually really excited to see Doja Cat. I'm really into her. So
and then
like,
I was blown away by it.
Yeah, now
like,
I've
that
been
body can't look like that in person.
And it does, and it doesn't drop a goddamn inch, let me tell you. It just all stays right there. I just hope whoever's fucking it is just treating it right.
They can't be.
There's no way you can treat a body that good that right.
And then immediately on the stage to the right was Prof, who we've seen like a couple times. Seems to be a good up-and-comer, I suppose.
Yeah.
Who is known for his wild antics specifically at Soundset. So opened the show with a child performing as him, which for a minute or two I was like, why does he look so small? And then I realized it was a child. Then he proceeds to roll out a red carpet on top of the crowd and get on
which he expects the crowd to hold up, and then he performs on it.
Which you got to move, and it worked better than I. It unrolled.
At one point,
it unrolled beautifully.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I keep watching the video, and I'm like, that's a cool thing, but I'm like, You think there would have been more
like
issues with it unrolling, and then it unrolled, and it stops, and then it unrolls again. I'm like, wow. And then he's up there, which like if you move around enough would be fine, but odds are one person
in one place.
It's like, oh my god,
yeah,
I need you to
this
move.
Is not what I paid for.
Because any grown man, if you're just holding him by the feet, is not an easy task.
Right.
But yeah, amazing performance as usual. Brought out the rafts. You can watch
rafts.
6 rafts. Too many rafts, some would say.
And you could tell that like the crowd was not doing what he wanted them to do.
I think that's what always happens. And yeah, watching the video, he was getting so close to the sound man. And I'm like, I wonder realistically if you were like, just send me out, how far it could get before like it just falls.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things in the crowd, you're like, it's not that crazy. Looking at the video, you're like,
it was wild.
I want to have a panic attack just knowing I was in that
Well,
crowd.
it's like I like watching the videos, I didn't even realize how big some of the crowds were that we were
That's
in.
what I mean.
Like I didn't think the crowd for the baby was that big.
No.
I felt like most of it was in front of us because when I looked behind us,
it was somehow the most tolerable crowds I've been in.
Yeah,
of like that
really
capacity.
tolerable
Because
crowds.
usually that's my issue is like, I'm not getting in there because it's fucking stupid.
Right, but like
And
everybody
this,
was
for
just
the most
kind of
part-
tame for what it seemed like. There was like small pockets of people. I felt like the most like moshing, I guess, during they could say was during Beast Coast set. There was a lot of people getting like wild during that.
Excessive.
Yeah, because he just wouldn't shut up at the end of it.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, Prof, if you go on YouTube, there's a POV from a GoPro of him on the raft, which is really cool to see if you want to see how it looks. There's also video of like what we saw.
Yeah. Yeah, anything that we're talking about, you can just pop a quick YouTube and find it. Just look up Soundset 2019 and there's already so many videos that people have uploaded from there.
Then we got to go over to the smaller stage and see Tierra Whack, which was
one
like
of the best shows of the
number
day.
one pick. Even
she
after
was
the baby announcement.
Yeah, she was just incredible. She seems like just such a good person.
I know, she has a beautiful soul, and I want to just give her a hug.
Well, I think the most beautiful thing that she did during, because first of all, her songs slap live. They slap
way more than you're prepared
way
for.
more than you're prepared for. Because like on record, there's like the nice songs and the melodies and some slow shit. Every song by her slaps when she plays it live because she's just got so much energy.
She's a good performer, making a lot of like solid contact with people. She was crying at one point because she was so happy. And because I start tearing up.
Well, because because like I didn't think her crowd was that big either, but then I saw the video of it and I was like, wow,
that's what it is, and that's why I don't like turning around either. Once I get in a crowd,
see how many people are there.
Horrifying. That many people shouldn't be publicly.
Well, and I thought the best part of her show, what made me just go, that is a good human being, is there was a little girl on the side stage watching her. And like without missing a beat, she's like doing a song. She stops it and she goes over to the little girl and like pulls her over to the stage. And she's like, "Do you want to be up here with me while I'm singing and dancing?" And you could tell like the kid was so nervous, just all those people. You know?
Then she even turned around at one
point. That's
what
what she turned around and like we were like, she wasn't talking into the mic, but like we were close enough that we could hear it. And she was just like, "Are you nervous? It's okay if you're nervous. You don't have to be up here, you know." And like it's just so cool seeing somebody like just as good as her be so good and human from, because that had to be a good opportunity for her, you know, playing at a major festival on a stage like that, you know, and like she just took the time to be so in that kid's world and just be so concerned about it. You're like, that's a good human.
Yeah,
you know?
could tell she even did that with people in the crowd. Like I said, a lot of good interaction, just phenomenal. Yeah. Like there's nothing.
Her DJ was very hype.
Yeah, not what I was picturing her DJ to.
No, like, not. I also didn't think Doja Cat's DJ is what he was going to look like. Like that guy.
Somehow that made more sense to me.
Yeah.
But Tierra Whack
was incredible. If you still have not listened to Tierra Whack, you are missing out.
Listen to Whack World. It's 15 minutes.
Don't even
watch the video.
Just watch the video for Whack World.
It's even if you don't like rap or anything, like just the creativity, which we've been
so
over this a million times.
It's so good. Yeah, we could go on for days about her. From there, we went and saw the one DMX song that you wanted to see.
Party Up. And then that's what I want to say is like, not only was it the most successful Soundset for me because I got to see so much shit and I lasted the whole day, but like everything worked out so perfectly. Because it was like, I want to see DMX. I'd like to see him do other songs, but specifically Party Up. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Because I'd seen a video at Rolling Loud and it looked insane.
Yeah, it looked lit.
Like, I feel like that's got to be one of his last songs. Timing wise, I feel like we could run over, catch it, and that's literally what happened. We got waters and everything, and then we walked over. I went to the porta potty because I was so hot, so I took my undershirt off in the porta potty and I threw it in the porta potty.
I forgot about that. Oh my god.
Because I was
shit.
When we were watching Doja, like into Prof, I started to get that super hot feeling.
Yeah,
and I'd been chugging water.
Hot,
and I felt the same way I felt the year I got like heat stroke or whatever. And I was like, fuck, I can't, now the baby's here. Like I gotta
last for that.
And I always wear an undershirt. But yeah, I went to the porta potty and I knew what I was going to do when we were at Tierra Whack. I was like, I got to get this other shirt off. Yeah. And I went in and I had to peel it off of myself while holding all my stuff in the porta potty. And I threw it in the toilet.
Yeah, okay.
Put my other shirt on and I felt so great afterwards.
I want to talk about what happened to me when I went into the porta potty.
Someone threw their wet shirt on me.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was covered in shit.
Came up out of the toilet.
Yeah, you threw it so hard in it popped out of mine. I was like, what the
it's
fuck?
Like those things you do with your thumb on the table that pop after a minute.
Yeah. So I traditionally, in Slim sense, I'm at a music festival.
Take a big shit.
No, took a big bunch of acid is what I did. And the stuff I had brought with me, I thought it was like 3 tabs, which is like just a little strip. This was a much larger strip than what I thought it was. And so when I took it in the beginning of the day, we had gone into the Porta Johns when we got there. And so I'm like, okay, let's just try to rip like a tab and a half. Because I was like, I don't want to do 2.
Yeah.
2 sounds like a lot because like I got social anxiety. So like being around all these people will be a lot. Too many people. I was like, I don't want to freak out. So I'm like, tab and a half just to have a good time. Pretty sure I ripped off 2 or 2.5 because like I'm in this small Porta John trying to do this, peeing, trying to not drop my acid on somebody's wet undershirt they've thrown into the urinal.
For some reason, a porta potty, I'm always like, I can pee and do other things because that hole for your peeing. You know what I mean? That urinal. I'm like, there's so much space, and then I'm like doing something, I'm peeing everywhere, and I'm like, but it's also just a porta john.
Well, and so I had taken it before we in the first bathroom break, and then the second bathroom break, I was like, okay, I need to like. Because I definitely ate some shit that had like milk in it this weekend, and I definitely sure as shit had some cheese. Yeah. And so I like felt like I had to shit. And so I'm like, okay, we're at the beginning of the day. You're going to be here for at least another 5 or 6 hours. Why don't you go ahead and just
take a big shit?
Just try to get it out, And so this is when I knew it was kicking in because I pulled my pants down and sat down and like looked at the ground, and the whole Porta John started flexing around me.
I think that's just how they were in the heat.
It felt like it
was also
it felt like it was rocking back and forth, and I like started looking around me, and I felt like the walls were like pulsing at me, and I was like, I can't shit like this. And I also didn't want to be the guy tripping balls at Soundset with the door propped open while I'm shitting there, because I still went ahead and took one down on the end.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were gonna take a shit. Otherwise, I would have just given you my undershirt.
Oh, that would have been so nice. Oh, that would have been.
And that would have been a great send off because it was one of my oldest undershirts.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I didn't feel bad about it. I was like, we've had a good run.
Me just taking a milk shit on top of it. But no, and so I was like, I can't even shit right now. I have to get out of here. And so I just love that I'm sitting there losing my mind in this Porta John trying to like wrap a SZA t-shirt back around my neck while you're over there. Fuck this shirt. I'm trying not to lose my mind. So well, I had like a hard, like bad moment where like I was like, I'm trapped in this thing. Ruined. It's hot.
Ruin Soundset.
Well, yeah, that's what I was worried about because I was like, I don't want to have a bad trip and ruin this Soundset. I was like, I have to make up for last year. And so
much pressure.
And so I ended up coming out of it, and so like I was tripping so hard during like the baby set when like Lil Nas X came out. As soon as the baby finished,
well, hold on. Also, this is getting super long.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw DMX do Party Up. It's everything I wanted. It was perfect. We saw Just Blaze, who I thought was gonna just DJ his songs, but then there was a whole breakdancing thing, which was insane.
It was incredible to watch.
And so he was playing other songs, so it was cool to see him, but not what I was expecting, but also very impressive. And I would have went home with one of those guys if we stood there too much longer.
Yeah.
Some of their moves. Yeah, then we got in the crowd for Lil Nas X, which was easy to do. I want to specifically point out a weird instance. A man came from behind me, bumped into me.
Yeah,
had two full beers, and when he bumped, he like lunged forward, and the beer spilled into my shoe. But it's like he took the beer, opened up my shoe a little bit, and just poured it in there. So I was pissed. I don't know if you've ever been at anything where you have to stand in the heat
beer,
and your shoe is full of liquid. I was instantly pissed, which I'm not gonna start shit. And then Matt seen my face, I think, and he was like, what? And I was like, fucking goddamn it, some people. And then the guy was like, wait, what happened? Did I do something? And I was like, yeah, you just poured so much beer in my shoe. And he was like, did I really? I'm so sorry, man. Let me give you $20. And I was like, no. And he's like, come on, man, let me just give you $20. And I'm like, 20 is too much for spilling someone's money.
Right.
I said as a joke, give me 10 because I didn't think this was going to happen.
And then he gave
And then
you.
he pulled out his wallet, which I would have just been like,
Yeah, because
no.
I didn't understand what was happening because I was tripping and I just turned around and there's a very scared looking man giving you money. And I'm like, what did I miss here exactly?
Well, and he was with so many people. And yeah, so he pulls out and he's got all these ones and then all these 20s. He's like, I don't have a 10. And I was like, this is getting too awkward. Just never mind. And he's like, here, let me give you these. And gives me like $3 or something. And I was like, all right, whatever, just to get it over with. And this one friend or someone was like, what are you doing giving a man money? And he's like, I spilled beer in his shoe. And the one guy was like, you're spilling beer? Which they're like $8 beers. Yeah, don't spill beer in my shoe.
Yeah.
And the other guy was like, his shoes aren't even that good or something.
Hey.
Which it's like, no shit, I'm not going to come to a festival in my
the
shoes.
act.
And now I'm like, fuck you. Which that's what I was waiting for someone to be like, are you trying to take money from my friend? And be like, no, we got into a very weird scenario.
And your friend
that
is
I can't
insisting
even,
on
it's
giving
getting
me
weird.
money.
And I wish I wouldn't have joked about 10 because I made it worse. But yeah, then we're up there waiting for Lil Nas X. And then they fucking, that was the worst part. Beast Coast goes on forever. Meech from Flatbush just would not shut the fuck up. And I've seen
and
them,
he's got
like,
that gravelly
I've
voice,
seen them
too.
4 times. He does that at the end of every show. He says, I got a message for blah, 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 blah. Open your fucking mind. We know. If you've seen him once, you've seen him a million times. And he just would not stop. Sway's out there awkwardly trying to talk in between it. Sway brings out members of the
Minnesota
Vikings. One of them starts
freestyle
rapping.
contest.
I'm like,
because I guess Sway does this thing where he
5
like
fingers to death. You get 5 random beats and you got to rap over them. It's his thing. And that guy's bars were the most generic things
it was
ever.
sad.
It started with walk up in the club, and I was like, no, get the cowboy kid out here. Fuck this. So then, yeah, after a weirdly long amount of time that made me question if anyone was even going to perform after it, Lil Nas X comes out. It was incredible to be in the crowd for that because it's just, it's so
and so loud.
So loud.
Well, because it's like a lot of times at concerts, people are like singing along to songs, but like very rarely do you get it where everyone's singing. To
very
one
rarely
song,
do you get a song that's been like #1 on the Billboard charts for 8 weeks and doesn't show any signs of slowing down
at all. He performed at an elementary school for fuck's sake,
and it was rowdier than sounds.
I want us to post that video just because like it's so good.
It's insane. And then DaBaby came out, which was incredible.
Which was one of the most insane displays of alpha maleism I think I've ever seen in my life.
He made a gigantic bodyguard that looked like Popeye on steroids.
Take his
chains off while he rapped a song, and I was just like, this is such a power move.
Well, because it's
like
nothing
that guy's
but power
muscles
moves.
look like I drew it in second
I looked
grade.
up to
like, this is what muscles look like, and they're just huge.
The guy, he's from the 704. He's got hands. He's got guns. He's got short guy hanger. He's got everything you need not to mess with the man. And what I love the best about this is the baby. If you have not listened to him, he plays too much. He plays far too much. He jokes around a lot.
Yeah.
But then he lets you know very quickly that he does not play around. If outside of the Louis Vuitton store incident, there's a video of him in a club just decking a guy while he's rapping
flawlessly.
He shot a man in a Walmart and got away with it. Killed a man in a Walmart and got away with it.
Self-defense. Shot 5 intruders into his home that broke into his house in their asses collectively.
Shot all of them
and
in
then
their
refused
asses.
to cooperate with police about it.
Of course he did. So this man should not be messed with. This man should not be touched. He
just spit on a fan for throwing a $1 bill at him on the show.
We even decided between the two of us that off of this platform, if we were to meet DaBaby, we would probably just be like, "Hey man, appreciate your music, keep it up."
I don't
even
know if I would try to touch
that's
his
the
hand.
thing. I
would say it from a distance.
Yeah, I would just be
big fan. And I still would be so
I would
scared.
still be so scared. I would just start running because the man is essentially a pit bull without a leash. And so he does this thing where he's got the shug dance that he does, where it's just like this weird little wrist thing with like a bop. And so he asks the crowd to part. The DJ's like, part the crowd for DaBaby. And like, of course it's not working because like he goes to one part and he's like, okay, y'all ain't gonna do it. I'll go over here.
You can't part a festival crowd.
Well, and so the crowd starts parting for him because he's got like security out there because he wants to like do the dance down a row of people.
Yeah, he said, we're gonna go viral. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and so he goes to do it, and we couldn't see it from where we're at, but we saw it on the film on the screen. He starts fucking going with the beat, and everyone starts swarming him. Yeah. And he is just elbowing people in the face and just pushing them really aggressively. And it's like, why would you even think you could touch that guy?
I don't think he realizes his stardom or the power of being in a crowd. You could be on the stage and get in the crowd, like no matter who you are. You could be like a cameraman, get in the crowd, and people want to swarm you because you seem important. Because we're standing here and we want to be on Snapchat with anybody that exists. Yeah, so it didn't work too well for him. After that, me and Matt went to cool down because you guys went to see Run the Jewels,
which was one of my bucket list bands. So it was a fantastic show. I definitely got too loud at several points during it, just screaming.
Guarantee it. Yeah, I heard you from where we were.
Yeah,
on the
I was
opposite
just
end
so
of the
hyped to see them live. They are getting thick in their older years. Let me tell you, they need to do. No, they're getting. Scary.
Yeah, but they've been
Killer Mike.
You just haven't seen Killer Mike in person. That man is we've seen him front row, and I was just like, holy shit, I want to hug you.
He pointed out a man in the crowd that was wearing all blue that was like bigger than he is.
That's the one thing you don't want. That guy probably left that day like, I'm gonna wear this blue outfit. I hope no one judges my thickness. And then Killer Mike's like, look at that fat motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's my boy right there. Woo, you a big one.
Yeah,
like,
and then you're just like,
oh, Killer Mike said I was
go to
fat.
Soundset. They said it'll be a great time. Your favorite rapper will point you out and say you're bigger than him.
Yeah. But no, they put on a great set, and then we all kind of gathered back at our little meeting place that we have, and like that was a really serene moment. I think like all of us were just so happy with the events of the day. We weren't worn out. Yeah, everything had worked out.
Incredible.
We were just having like great laughs and jokes between us. You know, like it was just a perfect moment.
Soundset.
The weirdos, the people. God is just out here making people.
It's worth the ticket price to stand all the way in the back and see what you want to see and just watch the freaks of nature and the people who think their outfits are fire when they should be on fire.
When they themselves should be lit on fire.
Then we went to see Atmosphere, which I want to preface this by saying, obviously, big Atmosphere have been for a long time. My plan was to watch a couple songs and then go see Wayne because I've seen Atmosphere before. They're great. I love them. I forget how much I like them, but I wanted to see Wayne, mainly to see if he showed up. Blah, blah, blah. We watched the entire set because you forget. Like I said, I've seen them like 9 times or something. You forget how great they are. Well, and like how Slug just commands a crowd. He knows
wanted
exactly
to make that point
doing.
Because like this was my first Atmosphere show, and like I've dabbled in some Atmosphere, but I haven't like delved into it heavily. I was at the perfect point in my trip to appreciate this because like I was coming down, but I was still like very energetic and
it's
like
beautiful.
Feeling
the
good,
sun
you know?
has kind of set. It's more of a calm crowd because it's
older
45-year-old men to teenagers. Where I'm like, I love you. You're about to have a great time.
I saw a girl sobbing the entire show, singing every single word.
I got the sobbing more than I
was like, good for you.
When they played yesterday, and listen, if you haven't heard Atmosphere, listen to the song Yesterday because it has a perfect twist ending that is just like, holy shit. Well, and knowing the song and seeing the people, they were just panning the crowd and everybody was crying. And then I started tearing up just seeing other people cry.
I started tearing up and I didn't even know the song.
I started tearing up at another song that's not even a sad one because I started thinking about when I was younger and I found them, and there's a specific line that's like right there. This used to be a record shop. I've gotten love. I've gotten drunk. I've gotten beat up in this parking lot. And there was a record store downtown. And I had all those things happen. I always think, you know, when you're like, that's like a line about my life. And it was like that moment. And then I started sobbing too because I was like, fuck yeah.
Well, like it was so beautiful for me because like it really made me appreciate Atmosphere. You know, it made me appreciate the hell out of Slug as a frontman because it's like that man was a wizard.
And
on
he's
the stage.
Looking old as
he's
shit.
Looking
he
old as shit. Yeah.
He's got so many kids now, and he just looks like he's having the time of his life.
Well, and it's like he's so charismatic. Like he's so
words.
Fun.
Yeah.
Like he's just
If anyone else told me to put my hands up that much, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. But then
like just the way he does
can command a crowd. He's clearly been performing for most of his life, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
Well,
and you can tell in Minnesota, it's also like more special to him. Than, like,
I'm really glad we stuck around for the whole Atmosphere
even
show.
Like
from start to finish, that was one of the best concerts I saw that week. And tear whack Atmosphere for me, honestly.
I told Cole the same thing, even while we were there, and I was like, we're staying longer than I want after this next song, and then to be like a song I fucking love, and even like he played a song that I had heard like once off of a newer thing, and I was like, fuck, even this is good. And I was like, all right, well, because it kept seeming like they were done.
Well, and then
they play another
you
one.
could tell when Wayne came out because the crowd, like,
or just when they wanted to hear like that one, I want to hear Sunshine, or I want to hear Trying to Find a Balance. Oh, I want to hear, oh, he's coming back home to you. But yeah, then we ended up staying for the whole thing, and I was like, phenomenal.
Which I'm very glad we did because like I've been listening to like nonstop Atmosphere this week. Like when I've been like just at home like chilling at the end of the night, I just throw on that playlist you made, and I've just been cycling through that, and I'm gonna cycle through that till I'm sick with it, and then I'm just gonna start going through the albums chronologically because like
right at the beginning.
I really fell in love with Atmosphere at that concert. Like it really made me like I can't thank you enough for sticking it out, honestly, because I didn't even know we were gonna leave for Wayne at all.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I just figured no one else would be as into Atmosphere as I could be because I'm
but like no,
and I didn't even think I was as into Atmosphere.
Well, and even just the energy I felt after that concert. concert, like when Matt texted the group like yesterday, he's like, yo, if they come to like Madison or Chicago, let's go. I was like, yeah, because like it's very like I go to shows because I want to like turn up and jump around and scream, like get that energy out, you know. But this was like a whole different experience. Like it sounds stupid, but it's like I just really connected with like everything he was doing, like all the words,
and I think it's
the
also
because
like that music is very like all those people that are there have connected with the music so much, and every time I've seen them it's been a show of like that caliber, you know what I mean? Like they get out there,
and it's like it was so special for me to see it with you guys too, because I know how much atmosphere means to you and like Matt.
They've also like tweaked a lot of things and like make songs sound different and bring in like old school breaks that they're referencing and shit. Like, they know what they're doing it flawlessly.
It was just
go see them.
It was amazing. If Atmosphere comes around, I'm going to be going to see him in Chicago. So if you're a fan, come with me. I'm going to be going.
Then we got to see Lil Wayne from a distance. We walked over to him playing Got Money, which was exciting because I'm like, I don't even know what he plays. And I looked at his set list and he plays too much new shit. Yeah. And we saw Wayne. We stuck around for like a song.
Him.
Yeah, he's so tiny, it's hard to see.
It
was just something
sound
to see.
Very good.
I've read that
honestly.
Everyone said it sounded bad. I mean, it did sound
because
bad.
I guess he came out with a live band. Like,
I noticed that immediately,
playing.
and I'm like, I hate how everybody wants to do that because it doesn't work. I just watched 21 Savage play a show online, and he has that, and I'm like, no.
But I mean, like, bless him for even showing up, you know? Because I guess I was reading like the City Pages article about it later, and they were like, he was like 15, 20 minutes late, and so people were like, he's not showing, like, he's not going to show.
Could you imagine being that fucking staff?
Yeah.
Just panicking
because
even like
there.
I'm sure he's like, I'm getting on a flight or whatever, but you're still like, until that person walks
because he's one of those guys
and performs, because he was at Rolling Loud and was walking on stage and they wanted to search him and his crew, and he said, no, fuck that, I'm not getting searched by the police, which isn't entirely wrong. Like, that is his job, so you know what I mean. I don't know if you should fucking cancel the whole show, but there's no other like thing where you'd be expected to be petty. He's got guns and drugs on him, of course, not on him, but on, you know what I mean.
Yeah, his crew. I mean, how many times has his bus gotten pulled over and he's had shit in there?
He had to go to prison for coke and
what was it,
guns.
A year or something like that?
Yeah, he did a year back in, it was several years
I think
ago.
he was sentenced to a year, but he only served like 8 months or something.
Yeah, something like that, of course.
But like, so there was part of me that wanted to see Wayne just to say that we
literally wanted.
saw.
Yeah, I feel like I can say I saw it. I didn't have the capacity to watch anymore, and it didn't sound good. And like I said, if he's gonna play like Go DJ and a Millie, and if we're gonna get into my weird picks that can never happen, like Drought 3 and like all this weird old shit that will never happen. No ceilings, like fucking Swag Surf off No Ceilings shit. Yeah, if some shit like that happened, I would fly
but
to
if
the
he's
front.
just playing all the Carter 5, like that's not something
then I don't
want
care.
to check out.
And I seen him, and there was nothing that made me, because I was like, there is a possibility we go over there, and I'm like, we got to stay for this. This is incredible, and I didn't feel that way. But I saw him. Whatever, it is what it is. It's like seeing DMX. I just want to see a piece of you playing some songs I know.
Right, like I can say that I've seen DMX,
you know what I mean?
I've seen Lil
and I'm not
Wayne,
going to be the guy who's like, oh, I saw Lil Wayne. I'm going to say I seen a song and a half. One was Got Money, which was the one I needed to hear, one of the several. It was another song. I heard him in the distance as I was trying to call up a shuttle. That became a nightmare.
Oh God, I don't even want to get into.
But we left. We had to wait for the shuttle forever. I do want to point out we get in. Two people get in the shuttle. I'm like walking towards it. I see those people get in and close the door. I start running towards it because I'm like, we've waited like 40 minutes. I'm not gonna like watch this thing drive away.
Yeah.
Get in there, and then other people get in, and I knew for a fact when that one guy got in that they were not with the hotel. You could just tell they were like, this is a good out, which that guy's a genius.
Yeah.
Also, like, at least
it
get
pissed
out
me
of,
off, but I'll give him credit.
I loved everything about it. At least get out of that area. So this guy gets in the van with like two girls. We get going. There's weird shit with security and trying to get out.
Yelled at that man.
So packed, obviously, a festival lighting out. We drive a little bit, and this guy that got in the van is like, can you drop us off at that BP? And the guy's like, yeah, I'm going back to the hotel. And he's like, oh, we changed our mind. We're going to go get drunk as shit if anyone wants to join. And then the driver's like, wait, so you're not even with the hotel? And the guy's like, I didn't say all that. And then he turns around to us and he nods and smiles that he wasn't like, with the hotel.
Okay.
And then, it gets out. And then, we take the shuttle back. We end up going to the after party, which was tight for like a half an hour, and then again got weird and stupid.
Yeah.
A guy just playing instrumentals, which I know is like a popular person, but also fuck this.
And then we had a very, very nice 2 a.m. sit down with some...
sit in the corner.
Because, it's... it was a nice send-off, you know, because honestly, that day of the festival was probably one of the best days I've had in a very long time.
I've been to Soundset 7 times now or something, and I think that was the best one I've ever
been to. Compared
everything timed out perfectly. I got to see so much shit.
I even looked at the set list from last year, and I was like, it kind of sucked compared to this year.
Yeah, I've never been able to see, like, 7 different acts that I, like, actually want to like, go out of my way.
Worth the money.
Yeah, like, more so. Last year, I saw Jaden Smith and Prof. That's all I went to Soundset for last year. And Jaden Smith was fun, but, like, that wasn't even, like, anyone on this year where I was, like, kind of just seeing it to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, everything worked out perfectly. Then, there's a little smoking area at the hotel. And this is one of my favorite things is when when we do the shit we want to do at a place, you know what I mean? You just take it over and you're like, fuck it. Because I thought for sure at some point someone was going to be like, because the music just kept getting a little louder over time. And then Cole's screaming at the table.
Yeah, dancing, doing that Ray Romano.
With the Tatiana thing. Yeah, and I will say, biggest shout out to us for my alarm went off a few hours later, and I was like, fuck. And then we managed to get out and get on the road pretty quickly, which normally we're always like, yo, yeah, let's wake up. Last year we were like, let's wake up at 7, be on the road by 8. Woke up at 9 to my alarm going off for 2 hours because I slept through it.
Yeah. I ended up staying up all night, actually. I took a nap for like a half hour before we left because I was acid just gets me really like riled up, like gives me a lot of energy. And so I like packed everything very quietly.
I'd seen that when
because I was like, I'm not just gonna sit here on my phone when because I know I'm not, if I fall asleep, I'm not, because I considered just staying up all night and then just sleeping in the car. But then it was like 6:30 and my eyes started getting heavy. I was like, I'll just take a quick snooze before we gotta go. So I was so happy when I woke up and all my shit was clean and ready to go. It's not a bad move.
I always want to do that, but I'm drunk and I'm like, you're not gonna do this good.
No, I was like, honestly, I was like, just get all your shit together so that like it's ready to go. You're done. And then I just had to throw my clothes on and grab my phone charger.
My final point for the weekend is the shuttle driver that had got us from Soundset and was just
I have an amazing amount of respect for.
Yeah, that guy sucked when he took us the other place, but yeah, like that's got to be it was clearly a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
and I'm sure he had to go back out at it. When he let us out, I like looked at him and said thanks. Looked just normal. The next morning when I go to check out, it's him, and he has a just lash across his face, like a big bloody scratch.
I want to know what happened.
Huge circle, like something like stuck him in the face and scratched him. And I'm like, you dropped us off at 9:30,
10 o'clock,
something in that area, and then I'm checking out at like 7:45. So what happened in like 10 hours? Did you go to get more people? Because he couldn't pick up 2 people. He said to us, he's like, I think there's 2 more people, which I would have left several more people if I was him.
I would have left us. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the ones he tried to get at the end that he did get, I would have left them too. I would have just been like,
the second that man screamed at me like that, I would have.
I don't know why he even stopped. And he was on the phone with those. Yeah, so I'm like, what happened? And it's one of those things where you're like, this is going to eat me alive forever, but I don't think I can ask. Like, what happened in your face within the past couple of hours? Well, I was drunk outside and then I was asleep. You've been assaulted by something.
Yeah.
And all I can picture is a rabid Soundset fan getting in the van like, you didn't pick me
or like
up.
Scratching him or like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It looked like. And it
or
was
like somebody slapped him with a ring or something.
The size of like the actual like lesion looked like a cigar, like that, or like a nickel, and then it was like a thick scratch up to a fine point. Like it stuck in my head because I'm like, what could that have been? And like, you think that would have happened with something with the shuttle? Something happened to you. I don't feel like you went home and you fell.
He went back out to get more people from Soundset, and that crossing guard guy just dug his walkie-talkie.
That's the first thing I said when I got in the car. I was like, that guy's got a scratch in his face. Do you think it was the security with the wand just
assaulting him?
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but shout out to that guy.
Yeah, shout out to that guy. I hope you're all right.
Shout out to anyone who listens to this abnormally thick episode.
Yeah, how long where are we at right now?
It's at 2:15.
Hot dog. What an episode.
So yeah, but that's what, we had quite a weekend.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can always shut it off if you don't fucking like it.
Right,
But
yeah.
There was a couple stories in there that we had to tell.
Yeah, so if you stuck it out this long, thank you so much for sticking for the whole episode.
If you stuck it out, tell us. Someone tell us, because you guys never tell us when we ask things like this. But,
if you stuck it out this whole 2-hour thick monster.
Hashtag girth. Put that somewhere.
Yeah, this
hashtag girth, and make sure to tell all your friends.
I'll know you listen to the podcast if you this whole thing if you tweet us and you say that episode was thicker than Doja Cat.
There you go. Text us girth, hashtag girth, and thicker than Doja Cat, and don't forget your friends are acting up, they've been flagged.